Hello, anyone who's watching out there in the internetverse place thing. We are Roll for Chaos, and we're here playing Descent to Avernus, Hellriders. It's been a little while, and things like that will continue to happen, I'm sure. It's been a while. That guy is actually playing music in our town here very soon.
Oh yeah?
Our town?
Yeah, the lead singer of Stained. I saw his name on the billboard out towards the casino. He's going to be playing there in like a month.
I kind of like their music, so you know.
I've never seen someone with disgust over a band announcement. You're like,
Yeah.
No, it's not the band, it's the town. Like
Town sucks. Yeah.
Nothing.
Our town is awful.
It's like not even Stained can get out of here.
is it like a midweek spot?
But it's not even
Yeah.
Stained that's showing up. It's just the lead singer.
Just him?
Just Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old front runner, yeah,
Exactly.
or lead man.
Okay, that's
All
That
right.
explains a lot.
So,
Yeah.
last time on Hellriders, everybody had made their way underneath the church that had belonged to the Lightward family after having to kill the patron of that said same location. Making their way down below, they ended up fighting a host of demon minotaurs and a Valerian, Tholmaris's ex-love, ? Tholmaris was nearly killed. Most of everybody there ended up in dangerous situations. It was pretty brutal as far as D&D combat games where you don't party wipe go. Basically, someone betrayed Bell when it came to the overarching
Is that the right hand or the left hand
contract.
there? Right.
It was.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. there was some problems that happened with a contract with Bell that didn't get fulfilled and immediately had repercussions and circumstances surrounding it, now leading to Wistel missing a good portion of one arm and having lost some small power and getting quite upset about that, I'm sure. Tholmaris was resuscitated from the brink of death to see his nemesis killed by someone else in the waters before everyone. The portal that had been opened to the hells, to the demons pouring through, had been shut, and without assistance, Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard was able to overcome whatever was occurring within that helmet and remove it from his head, casting it aside. We saw that both Darian and Catastrophe Jones had come out on top in this one, and were now there with the party, who are severely and direly in need of rest as best they could get it. So, combat has ceased. You have found yourselves inside of the same antechamber. Let me just bring up that map again, just so everybody knows where they're at. Wrong one. Right one? Is it the ossuary? It is. There we are. And I will share that with everyone just so it's there. Okay. So you're all seated in
The
an area
completely
that's
blank map.
Yep.
Was it blank?
Oh, it's not blank for me. It's just me and blood.
Mine's just black. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, I'll take my black screen. You can keep your bloody screen.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's probably because
Crazy?
at this point, there is no light source in here. So
You took my eyes too. That bitch.
it's
Okay.
true. It's true.
That wasn't part of the deal.
That'd be hilarious. You wake up and be like, guys, turn the light on. Turn the light on. Turn the light on.
All right, can you see now?
I can. I've always
No.
been able to see.
Yep.
You still can't
Neither
see?
one or
Oh, that's
two.
because you're
Neither
not
is
even
better.
here.
No.
You can
Hold
see
on.
with Stell on
There.
there, yeah.
Oh,
Now you can see.
rude.
Sorry, did you change scales?
Shh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
Look at that little green, friend.
I think
Well,
your
this is-
monitor's broken.
you don't know what you guys all have chromatic brain injuries where you can't see colors. That's what it is. Yet.
Yeah.
Because I maybe have pulled the wrong image to start today's episode.
Can I roll the resistance?
Anyway,
I was gonna remind you, but I'm like, Ty will remember.
well, Anyway,
Bold assumption.
we'll just go forward from here. Everybody has stepped a little bit away from the murder, from the alcove, from the ashes of demons that are smoldering into sulfur nearby, from the body of Valerian that's bobbing lightly in this meditation pool that's only barely knee high. And the Grand Duke kind of turns to everybody and goes, "Thank you, friends, for showing up and helping out. I believe you've been through many trials since you had arrived. We have a Hellrider and another one, and you, sir, you look familiar." As he points at Thul. "Do I know you from somewhere?"
The only reason I would look familiar to you is if you were a client, and that would say a lot of things about you, Grand Duke Ravengard.
No, that's not it. A client. You resemble. Oh dear Lord. I am sorry for your loss. As he looks in your eyes.
It is, we should just go. Why sit here in filth and muck, please? Well, hold on. So Elliot is awake now.
Yep.
And, is looking around at everybody. And is distinctly noticing one person is missing a particular appendage.
Yep. This was still
because
standing
this is still the night of, right? We didn't sleep yet.
Yeah, but not
correct?
rested yet. Yes.
Okay, I guess.
I thought
we
we-
were doing the
because-
hut.
No.
Thul is out. He's out for the night.
Yeah, I thought we
got
were
hit.
doing the tiny hut with the thingy.
Oh right, you had set up Leoman's tiny hut. It's been a while, so you have to forgive me. We'll retcon
You're
what
fine.
just happened, and we'll come back to that in a
Yeah,
moment.
I thought we were pre-sleep.
So, you had set up a space here and created a magical temporal hut. What does that look like? Isn't it Wilhelmy that set that up? Yeah, Wilhelmy. What's your tiny hut look like?
For those who spent way too much of 2020 watching bushcraft videos like I did, very much just bent sticks, making a nice, almost homey cabin. It looks almost like the entrance to a hobbit hole, except that it's just kind of, sticks up top rather than dirt.
So when you go into the front of the hut, it becomes significantly larger on the interior than the outside. It only looks like it's a simple 1 or 2 person camping tent with this design, with this motif that you've set up. But as soon as someone goes inside, it becomes like a 20 by 20 with multiple rooms space. That people then find themselves going to get rest and recovery while they're in the middle of it. So we are going to do that. We will give everybody a long rest if I haven't already associated that. I gave everybody the long rest already. Everybody's health is restored. Just double checking that. Yes, everybody's good. Okay, so you all exhaustedly take your positions inside the hut. While you are in there, you are relatively safe from anything. No scrying eyes, nothing's going to be able to come into it. Setting up a watch isn't absolutely necessary unless you want to make sure you're not surrounded in the middle of the night when you come out of the hut. Do we have anybody who wants to take a watch?
I volunteer Clint.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Valen,
perfect. The person's not here.
gonna take a watch. So at some point
And
he'll
he's an
step
elf.
outside of the hut. And Darian will follow him.
I was gonna say him and Darian can do it.
Lord have mercy.
They're not going to
we
be
get-
watching much,
if
is
we-
what I'm saying.
We're
If we
trying
get
to sleep,
surrounded because
damn it.
those two are fucking, I'm gonna be. Oh, actually, it would be hilarious if they were fucking. Clint wasn't here.
Exactly.
That would be kind of hilarious.
Sorry, Clint.
I'm just gonna do something real quick. Here we go. Oh, you got the moves. All right.
Is
Bless
that a
you.
sex check?
Jesus.
No, that's charisma. That's just if he's
That is a
smooth
sex
enough
check. Yeah. Oh, to get
No,
to sex
to
check.
get to sex.
Exactly.
It's
There we go.
step one.
And then of
That's
course,
what
for
moves,
that,
and then
you
we
gotta
need
do the
Constitution.
Constitution saving
Oh.
throw. That's what you gotta do
Okay,
there.
I guess. Oh,
And then
Darian
you-
doesn't.
Oh,
The
poor Darian.
fighter just
Ooh.
loses.
Yep, Darian
Well, he's
loses
passed
it
out
way
out there.
fast. Anyway, so a small portion of time into your resting period, obviously, the Grand Duke is clearing his head and trying to figure out his own mind at the moment, which takes a bit of coming around to. But while everybody is sleeping, Wistel, you cannot find solace or sleep. That arm does not cease burning for even a minute, no matter how the feel, like it's blistered, it's blackened, and even when you heal it, it seems to return to that state. This is some sort of cursed pain that you will live with until Bell is through torturing you for breaking the contract. What do you do as you sit up in this small, nondescript cot that is part of your room inside of Leoman's tiny hut?
I kind of wait for like everyone to like be asleep as far as I can tell, and what I'm gonna do is just kind of like I'm gonna use my warlock feat just to kind of turn. I'm gonna turn invisible, and then I'm gonna misty step as far as I can see out of the hut to try to like not arouse anyone by like walking or moving or things like that. I just want to like get away from the hut into the hallway.
Okay. You teleport
Invisibly.
out of the hut.
You would become visible then?
As soon as you...
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no. Wait. Tremor for visibility is any action or just actions that do damage.
I think I would be visible for a split second as I'm teleporting.
Yeah.
My main goal was just to kind of like limit the chance of detection as I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Nope,
So
cast
you-
a spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
You zip your way out of the tent, and where do we see you go?
Oh my lord.
So I'm if I need to, I re-invisible myself. We'll just make it easy. And then I'm going to kind of walk back the way we came, and it's at first it's kind of wandering, but kind of my mind sharpens and coalesces on a thought, and I'm going to walk back the way we came, towards that dark altar that we all passed.
Okay.
That we all kind of like don't go in there.
Yeah.
And as I'm at the door, once again, double check, make sure no one's around, no one's looking. I don't remember if I used my bottle yet or not, but I'm going to put my bottle down, take out the mask, and walk into the shrine or the temple, whatever this little thing is.
Okay.
This desecrated space or whatever this dark altar is. Gonna walk up slowly, listening, making sure there's like nothing in here, nothing around here. Just kind of like familiarizing myself with the space. This is one of those times when Wistel wishes they paid attention in church. Because they were not about it, and now all of a sudden they need it. And they're just like, okay. And they're just gonna like place the mask on the altar, and they're like literally like it's like an idiot trying to change a tire. They're stumbling their way through this. So they put the mask on the altar, and like they take some of the cloth that they use to wrap up their arm, and they're just kind of lie it over the mask and just get down on their knees and just fuck, I don't really know how to do this. I guess I don't know. Oh, Dragon Queen, if you are listening, if you are out there, I guess I wish to offer my services, if as it were, or at least make a deal or something. I don't really know. Is this thing on? Just like how the fuck? I don't. Okay. I'll try to like sit there and close my eyes and like meditate for a second and just try to like see if like there's something on the other end of the line. Just trying to like figure this whole thing out. We will take a
Gods
few
always
moments
make
to
you-
roleplay the silence.
Right. It's like it always takes so long for
Technical
gods to return a
difficulties.
call.
My audio disconnected
you're good.
for some reason. All right, I'm here. I'm back.
Gotta love it.
So you reach out and you feel that burning in your arm kind of intensifies a little bit. And then there's a sensation of like pins in the side of your temples, a small pain that starts to kind of radiate into your head as something seems to listen. It seems to be waiting for you to say something else.
Why do you all of you fucking use pain? Okay, fine. All right. Look. I am one for deals. I have known to make deals. I just recently got bit by a deal, but frankly speaking, it has left me with far more anger than I would like to say that I have. And the only thing I can think about right now is to even the score. No, I don't even want to even the score. I want to take the score. I want to take a head. I want to take Belle's head. This is what I wish to offer you. I have a component of your freedom. I have this mask. I could be useful to you. I will happily devote myself to you, make yet another deal if it means that either, who knows, maybe when you're free that you can finish off Belle, because I know you two get along so well, and I don't even care if it's by my hands. I just want to see that worm burn. And I'll do whatever it takes to see it. So please, if you are listening, let's make something work.
The corrupt altar before you, desecrated as it was previously to the god of light of some kind. Looks like maybe Helm was at this one, rather than Lathander. It is charred, warped, and you notice that the stone edges, the candles that were put on here that were once white and have turned black, begin to melt down very quickly across the surface of this altar. The edges of the altar seep with a black substance that resembles like drying blood that starts to just drip down the edges of said altar. Suddenly in the wax in front of you, you see claw marks moving out in a radial pattern. It looks like some sort of draconic claws, and you see these five heads of dragons kind of rise up out of the wax and turn to stare at you, their eyes glinting with a different color each.
Okay.
And from there, so one of Belle's failures comes crawling to me. You think of betrayal and promise. I watched you, Gemborn, a little ornament scorned by hell. You are weak now, wounded, but you are hungry, and I respect that. Why?
I am tired of feeling small. I'm tired of feeling weak. I'm tired of feeling like I have no control. These people with these one-sided deals, I am no longer happy with the ends or the means, and I wish to be. I wish to matter. I wish to have. I want the power to make my own deals. I don't want to suffer the losing end of these bullshit deals.
In your head, you hear Kazal's voice. Oh, honey, no. And you hear the echoing voice, the five voices at once in your head. And why should I grant you favor? What can you offer the queen of all dragons that she does not already own?
The one thing you don't own, your freedom. I have one piece of that key, and I am in a prime position to see it through.
From the position that you were at in front of this altar, you noticed that shadows were beginning to like rise and move towards you, all from around you. And at stating that, the shadows just back off away from the altar, and you see the crown, the mask that you have placed there. The 5 little wax heads kind of turn and look at it. Yes,
You carry the core.
the heart of my prison.
4 spokes remain.
Bring them to me, and my chains shall shatter.
And when I rise, you shall ride the storm. You see, like, flames begin licking up from this altar in front of you. The symbol of Helm just melts and just starts washing across the surface. And as it does so, you see it takes on a sheen, reflecting multiple chromatic energy through the surface of it. You hear her voice again.
Wear my mark upon your scales. Say my name. Become my chosen.
I'll pick up the mask and just... Tiamat, queen of all dragons, and I'm just going to put the mask on and hope this is what the fuck she means.
Energy wraps around your head, coiling around your body as you feel an intense pain again. This one, however, with it comes a sensation of power. Now, your flesh seems to be tearing away. The beautiful colored gemstone-like scales that you have are being shattered off your body and torn, and then new energy is replacing it. As this is torn away and new scales begin to form, green chromatic scales are spreading across you, up your shoulder, across your chest, down the stump of your missing arm. And in a flash of divine fury, you see energy just lash through your body from the mask and from the altar. A new limb unfurls from the damaged section of your arm that Belle had touched, scaled, taloned, emerald, and dripping acid. And from there, Tiamat's voice comes to you again.
Serve me, and all who scorned you shall kneel or burn.
Fail me.
And you will suffer in the ways that devils could never imagine.
Yes, my queen. Let's take this one for a ride, won't we?
And with that, the voice in your head departs. And with Tiamat's departure, you feel a sense of loss and longing, almost bordering on obsession, start to fill your body.
I'll try. Can I move the crown at all, or is it
Yeah,
like fused?
You can remove it.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it down onto my chest. Just take it off almost like it's, just like a pendant for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'm just going to once again look around the room, making sure there's nothing, no shadows, no nothing. Flex the new, very different arm that's it doesn't look like the rest of me, doesn't feel like the rest of me. I flex it a couple times. I try to do minor movements with it, and it's just this giant bestial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's like an actual dragon trying to hold a pendant. It's just okay, and it's just fuck. Oh shit! The one arm was bad enough. Now I'm green. Fuck. Okay. Well, there's no hiding this one. Okay. Fuck. Shit. Mother. Fuck. All right. Fuck it. Okay, I guess we'll just do this live. Okay, well, and I'm just gonna turn right around, go to back the way I came, grab my bottle at where I left it, just shove it deep into a bag, and try to return to the hut.
Okay.
As discreetly as I can. I try to turn myself invisible and realize, oh shit, that power's gone. Fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh boy. That's
so I guess
different.
We're just gonna try good old fashioned stealth.
Right?
Yep. Roll stealth.
I don't even know at this point if it even fucking matters, but sure. Skills. There's skills. Stealth. My whole big +1.
You got a
Hey,
20.
oh!
Holy cow. Oh, well, you bypassed the passive perception of everyone here, I do believe. Although Ness is pretty close with an 18 passive perception. Jesus Christ.
I'll
Come on,
try to
man.
sneak my way back to my bedroll and just try to get the minimum requirement of a night's sleep.
All right, so you sneak back in and you head off to sleep. Everyone awakens with a full evening's rest. First to rise is probably Thulmaris and Willamy. Catastrophe Jones is snoring away rather loudly. It's a good thing that there is some sound dampening that occurs, because as she moves around, it's very, very loud. What do we see from Thul and Willamy as the two of you get up this morning now inside of this unholy place?
Thul does that like Undertaker move where it's just from 180 to 90 in less than a second. What happened?
You can see
Well,
that people have bandaged
You
you
died
up.
for a
and-
bit, but now you're better.
I remember going down in the fight, and the fight is looks over. Oh, his body's gone.
Yep. His
Isn't it?
body is gone.
Yep.
What happened to his body?
And at this point, Ness, you awaken with such a high passive perception, you can't help but notice when people awaken in an area. Do you wish to come out and be part of the conversation, or wait in your room for now?
Who is he referring to with body?
Valerian.
Valerian.
Hilarious.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll pop out.
Oh, that one.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Just that guy.
That guy. Ness steps out right
There's
as
so
you're...
many bodies. Okay.
I mean, she's not wrong.
There were a
Yeah,
lot
she's
of
not wrong.
bodies.
But yet, what happened to his body?
It just disappeared. I don't know. Would you like some breakfast? And Willamy will start cooking.
Sure.
What did happen? Please. What happened
I
to his
guess.
body?
It kind of like
It is
flames took it.
Evaporate.
Right.
Exactly. It went straight to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Even more
Further.
hell than this hell.
Down
Yeah.
by the
River.
Boiling River, I guess.
Several more
Lava river?
layers.
The river
yeah, whew.
Styx, which is directly beneath you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But Fool's just kind of like trying to piece together not a personality, an identity, because so many of Elian's memories have slowly started to come back now that the person who cast that spell is gone.
Yes.
But I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Are the scars still there?
Scars are still there.
Cool. I think that's going to take up a bit of his attention as he just kind of like feels, and there's a big, like, very easy to see just anger and disappointment and unsatisfaction at not getting to kill him.
I'm gonna say probably Ness recognizes that, and she starts sort of tearing up. Though I'm so sorry. I tried to make sure that he didn't die, and so that you could have your body. And I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. It just got so out of control, and then you deserve the answers, and I'm so sorry, and I'm a terrible
like,
friend.
Fool was like, gonna take
Oops.
Ness's face, just like squish cheeks. I'm not. Of course, I'm disappointed I didn't get to kill him. I'm not upset at you that I didn't get to kill him. He needed to die, and preferably before anyone else got murdered.
He did
I
die
just
in
really-
magnificent fashion.
I really want. Excuse me?
In
Very
magnificent
painful.
fashion.
Good passion.
And then sort of anti-ceremoniously in like a puddle of water, which I thought was actually maybe kind of cool for you because he was such a cucking asshole and he deserved to die in a puddle of blood. And
And
whatever
then the
the fuck else
flames
was in
came,
there.
and he just zoop.
Yeah.
I just,
uh,
yeah.
there are many things that he deserved, and now that and I think a bit of confusion starts coming over his face. Like, I didn't love him the way that I thought I did. That's so strange.
Yeah, flashing
I'm
to
very happy
memories
to hear that.
of moments where you were sharing meals with him, where you were sharing private moments and secrets, and someone else's face is there now.
Well, I'm only slightly disappointed. I am, however, happy that he is gone. Now, we should probably get the Grand Duke to a safer. Oh, and then starts hearing the snoring. Calamity?
Yes.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. My
Catastrophe.
sorry. The girl is a disaster either way.
That's why I love her.
We should probably get them to a safer location than this unholy place.
The Grand Duke like clears his throat from the little doorway he was waiting in.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was waiting until all of you had
Had a moment to speak with one another. It seemed very emotional and important.
How can we help you, Grand Duke?
I have been fighting with this artifact. The Helm of Torm is supposed to provide us guidance, I had heard, and instead it ended up locking me in some place where I saw many things. But I had a vision, and in it, you were all there.
We were.
You were
Doing what? Specifically doing what?
And
good
where is
clarifying.
there?
You were traveling on the plains of Avernus proper, down below. Some sort of strange mechanical vehicle was pulling you across the deserts.
Oh no.
You were facing off against demons and devils alike. There were handshakes, there were blades crossed, there was a divine sword. In this dream, in these visions, I saw a lone woman, wounded but standing upright anyway, arms barely holding a blade in hand, clad in the tattered colors of Elturel. In her grasp was a long sword of radiant light. She had wings upon her back, darkening, feathers beginning to fall. Blood streamed down her cheeks. She was facing a monstrous, lurching demon. She did not flee. She fought with herself and with this divine light, this sword. It seemed like there was a struggle, some sort of mental anguish with this woman and this artifact. When it would not come to her call any longer, as it seemed like there was an obsession upon her face, she took the blade and plunged it into the ground, unleashing a shockwave of light that sent the beasts, the demons around her, recoiling, but sealing this sword beneath the stone. And then there was an eruption of stone as well, as a great alabaster fortress appeared around this, interring and trapping this sword underneath its construction. At the head of it, she, no longer a winged divine figure, but rather one of leathery and dark wings, curling horns upon her head, and the mark of Asmodeus on her chest, called out to armies of devils, scattering them to the wilds to face the demon hordes that were arriving. And there was glee upon her face at this change. It seems whatever her obsession was, it involved fighting demons to the point of forsaking heaven.
Sounds like Zariel, probably.
Mhm.
I imagine that to be the
But-
case.
But her sword is still here.
Buried at the base of her fortress.
Did I get that information from Bell too, or was that he was going to tell me?
He was going to
it
find
was?
out where it went and hadn't given you the information yet.
Well,
Do you still have the helm, Grand Duke?
It's in the pool of water outside.
Thul will go
Don't mind that.
and get the helmet and just kind of sit it in front of all of them and give it a once over of why this seemed to be hurting him.
Okay. As you pick up the helm, it seems like a nondescript metal helmet. It doesn't seem to have any intrinsic power or aura of magic about it. It seems relatively mundane. However, there appears to be cracks in the sides around the temples, and settled into those cracks are patina stains that seem to resemble blood. You don't know if that was there before or after, but it is now attached to this helm.
Huh. I'm so wait. There's stains of blood attached to the helm, or there's something with blood? Okay.
There's stains that seem like they have come from blood, like someone had bled upon brass and it had left a stain.
Well, that's just peachy keen. Well, when we get to a holier place than this, maybe we can do something about this problem. And we'll just kind of put it away for now. And we'll just say, Valen, please, wherever you might be, come in with armor and clothes on. Your boyfriend too. And Wistel, I know you sleep very long, but you should also wake up too.
Valen and Darian come in from outside of the room, both of them having disheveled hair and trying to readjust their clothing.
Really? Here, of all places?
It's been a while, Valen says.
It's been 2
Oh,
weeks.
it's no longer
Calm down.
holy, so. I'm just gonna get it over with, and I'm just gonna like sit up in my bed and just drop everything and just be like,
Wistel walks out, and immediately you can recognize the green chromatic dragon scales covering their form, and an arm that seems more bestial than previous, with longer
Pops up like
claws on one side.
Yeah.
Marvelous pointing.
You
look,
pretty.
thank you, dear. It's look, there's a difference, all right. Also, I've just dealt away with the voice. This is what I actually sound like. I was putting on a voice for the city as well as for what I wanted to be, but so there's a difference. It is what it is. I was purple, now I'm green. And you might notice new jewelry. The
new jewelry that Wistel speaks of is the mask of Tiamat that you had gotten
new jewelry.
from those cultists.
Just
now sitting
no
around.
jewelry.
Was Wistel right-handed or left-handed?
I was right, which is my bestial arm is now my right hand. I guess there's no easy way of saying this. I made I'm splitting my services between Cathal, my genie dude, as well as Tiamat now. Just to put it out that way. It's everything with Belle that happened left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. So I just made a choice last night when I couldn't really sleep, and so this is what it is now. But I should be more useful to the group now. Things have changed, but I knew that was going to happen when I lost an arm last night. So anyway, green now, same person, same thing, just not purple. Probably no longer a jeweler, but we'll see.
Breakfast sandwich?
Yes, please. And it's just like,
One, when were you not useful?
more useful. Not useful in the sense of I couldn't stop my arm from being taken from me, so that was fun.
Two, your usefulness, I don't think is a prerequisite to being in this company.
This was a me thing. I kind of did this for me. I was just trying to paint it in a way that was not as scary. Oh my god, what's different? Just like more of like But yeah, this was a me thing, and it's gonna be a me thing for a while.
Does anyone else speak Draconic besides Wistel?
I don't
Great.
think so.
Don't believe so.
Great. Thulmaris is going to ask you in Draconic, do you realize what you're doing is stupid?
Valen says something under his breath, grabs a hold of Darian's arm, and like moves away, looking angry. By the way.
Oh yeah, he's mad. He big mad.
I feel like even in Draconic, we could all hear Thul's tone.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
true.
There-
You could absolutely get the tone theme down.
I think there is a pause for a second as Bell tries to deal with some emotions right now, but they might be stupid to you, but they're not to me.
No, I didn't say that it wasn't something you wanted to do or should do. I just want you to tell me that you recognize that this is stupid, but you're going to do it anyway.
I don't think it's stupid. I just think this is a choice.
Okay. Well, I'm not mad. Oh, to be fair, I am mad that you decided to hide the original deal from me.
Yeah, well, I was going to cross that bridge when we came to it, but the bridge came very
that
quickly
one
and
to
then
you?
died very quickly.
What was the deal?
The original deal was I was going to get Valerian to Valerian, right?
Yes,
No,
Valerian.
right? Yes. Ha! Valerian. Okay. I always get Valerian and Valen way too close. Okay.
It's the worst.
I was supposed to get Valerian to Bell, and if I succeeded, he was going to teleport me and all of my family out of here.
Well, I can't be mad for you about that. Do you want us to find your family?
Honestly, I don't. I want to find them, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle how we find them. I have. I'm really missing being able to talk to minds all of a sudden. Fuck. Even though it's like completely guttural to everyone else, I'm still looking at everyone like they can understand us, and it's just like, and it's just. I left my. When I was growing up, I was always the weird one, not really an outcast, but the weird one. I was inherently different. I looked different. I acted different. I wanted to be different. I didn't want to do the family work. I didn't want to partake in anything with the family. Wanted to be what I wasn't. I was tired of feeling out of place. I wanted to be more. And that's why I went to Baldur's Gate. I went there with thinking, I'm destined for this. Look how special I am. Look at, just look at me. I'm a jewel. I'm a gem. This is how I should be. This is what I am destined for. This is what I want. I got there. I was living in fucking ditches, and I was doing the same goddamn blue labor that I was trying not to do at home. I was basically turning some kinds of tricks and doing things that were vastly all sorts of against the law, but and when I was about ready to give up and about ready to starve to death, and the first fucker came along and made a deal with me, and I was like, well, you know what, as long as I get to where I'm going, and then this new thing came up, and then I thought, what, I'll just take care of this and I'll go back to my shop, I'll go back to my world, I'll go back to the life I was trying to make and choose for myself. But then we started getting fucking dealing with cultists and being wrapped up in the political schemes, and then we fucking fell to hell And even then, I still tried to just play. It's a game. It's a game. Nothing is real. This is just fucking temporary. And then I found my dead cousin, and it all came crashing down. Everything shattered. Every little bit of this reality I was trying to hide from shattered upon me. And, well, I was already in a foul mood, and then someone made me in a more foul mood, side-eye to Ness. And I sprinted out of there. I ran in a daze, crying, ended up at my old family's home, deserted, empty. And I was ready to fucking tear the door off the hinges. Bell decided to show his fucking face. And that was when the next deal came in, because yet again, I just wanted this whole fucking thing to be over. I wanted my family to be done. I wanted my family to be safe. I wanted to see them on their way. I wanted to get back to my goddamn life. And then fucking that next asshole took my arm. And that completely got rid of my life. I couldn't go back. I couldn't do my work. I couldn't do anything. And then I'm just tired. I'm tired and I'm done of just feeling small and out of control. And I'm walking my own path now. I'm ready to make different choices. And fuck it, I don't care if this leads me to a worse end or if it kills me or who knows what, but at least I feel somewhat in control of what I'm doing, and I have different goals now that make the horizon easier to find. So I'm just gonna be, I don't know, I'm finding lots of things right now, but I just want to get through with this, and I'm taking it a step at a time with yet another new thing upon the horizon. But if that means I get what I'm after, so be it. And then hopefully there's more road ahead of me after I get what I want.
Darling, by the way, did you say the all in common or draconic? I want to make sure.
Oh, that was draconic. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that was just
very
me
moment-
and Thor.
At that very moment, you hear a, dude, sick. I love the new look. And then Catastrophe moves over to Willamie to get breakfast and sits down.
But Thul will switch back to common and just say, darling, my mother is currently undead ornamentation on the fence out there. Do you know the last conversation we had? She said that I was stupid for getting into bed with Valerian. This was metaphorically speaking. The literal part of that came later. And the problem with that is I knew it was stupid. I knew it was a very bad choice, but I wasn't trying to be right or good. I was tired of losing the things that meant the world to me. I lost my husband, and I was unholy enough, or not holy enough, to bring him back through their divine prayer, so I was willing to tear reality asunder to get his soul back. I know a lot about making very, very bad choices because you're very, very tired of a world that only knows how to fuck you over. I'm not mad at you. I don't pity you, and I'm certainly not going to leave you to your own devices. Wherever your current deal takes you, you will at least have one friend to pick you back up and dust you off and tell you I told you so in a very lovely voice.
2, but not with the I told you so, and I really suck as a friend. But I care about you, and you look lovely in green.
I'm not sure what all was said beforehand, but 3, and then she hands out tea to everybody.
Thanks, Thea. And
At all this
well-
kindness surrounding you, Tiamat's mask burns against your skin slightly.
Oof.
I'm not gonna get used to that.
Though, do we head? Well, we should head back to the sanctified place and get some people into safety, and then figure out where we're going to go next.
Older looks over at everyone and goes, "Yes, about that. There was a location, a place, a word in my head while I had.
Could we be more specific, dear Duke?
I'm trying. Okay, it was difficult to process everything that had occurred. Kilriathan, Fort Knucklebone. That's what it was called. In the local terms, it's an ancient keep, or at least part of one. I remember
Does
seeing
Valen
you
know
go
what
there.
he's talking about?
Valen has no idea what Fort Knucklebone is,
Do
but I would
I
like.
know what he's talking about?
You could give me a roll. Yeah, give me a history roll, and I want give me a will save, Ness,
Burp burp.
Oh,
and you can give me a history roll, Wilmy. Damn! Look at him rolls.
Where's the will save?
It's
we don't have to click
it's
twice
not.
anymore.
Yeah, you just click the one
That's a-
time.
yeah.
It's a wisdom saving throw. It's on your first page, and it's the blue die. Just click it once to the right.
Okay,
I
it's
love how we
wisdom.
both
Yeah.
I like
got a
this
natural
update.
20 at our rolls.
Holy
and then-
shit! 3.
Oh, okay, come on now.
20s? Are you kidding me?
Listen.
We know
After what
this.
happened in Rulo, fuck that. I deserve this.
I suppose that is true. Okay. You recognize the name, the two of you that I'm talking about, Willamy and Thol. You recognize this from history books, from things that you were taught as a youth, that kind of thing. And so before Baldur's Gate was as big as it was, there was another smaller kingdom that was off to the east of that, just northeast of where El Turel is, or it was now, called Riathel, or Vel Riathel. It was a small kingdom of mages, architects. They were known for holding some sort of secret close to heart, something to do with planar binding, something that allowed people to slip between different planes of existence. It had gone missing, or at least a good portion of it had a while back, and stories were just that they had some sort of calamity or catastrophe occur. If they've slipped into Avernus, they might have been the precursor to what happened to El Turel, and part of the reason why it was possible.
Okay.
That's all you know about that. Fort Knucklebone, no idea what that means. Ness,
Oh boy.
as a child, you remember seeing a banner in your home that said "Glory to Riathel." You remember your mother's face as she sat down on her pretty chair while you looked up at her and were picked up. Your father sitting beside her, and people coming to talk to them. You remember that beautiful place that was your home, the gardens, and you remember them on fire. You remember running from red-skinned people with horns that were chasing you down, some that burned your skin when they touched you. And then you remember Willamy and her family in a different place. Safe for a while before you had to run again. And before you were taken in by your father.
Well, I'm uncomfy. I sip my tea.
It's good tea.
like-
This is the best tea.
Joel's gonna be like, "Is that what I look like?"
What?
Yes. Sometimes it is.
When you're having
Oh,
a
goodness.
momentary mental crisis.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that
I don't.
looks absolutely painful. What did you remember? I didn't know you had missing memories.
I don't. It's hard to know what you don't know.
No.
No, I don't know what Raethel feel the five. I'm processing time requested.
Understood. That's fine. But we can all start moving while you process, and hopefully get to a safer and holier place than this to do so.
Yeah, holy place. The sword. We need to get the sword so that we can of Zariel that from the thing that Ravengard said, so that we can smash the chains and let the this place go back up.
Yes,
Yes.
which will require us to go into Avernus proper. Oh, that's lovely.
Apparently, we need a car.
There's someone I had seen, an entity of pomp and panache, Ravengard is stating. At this knucklebone place, he has an entourage, a traveling circus of sorts that comes there and trades and sells. And they were carrying coins, glimmering with power. And they had these vehicles. And I saw you in the vision Torm provided, speaking to them and trading something for one of these vehicles to travel further north of here.
Soul coins.
That's what I'm thinking.
Where's Venture when you need them?
Well,
But first, before you can go there,
we'll have to get down.
you'll have to get down. And we still need to protect the city itself.
I have an idea about that, actually.
What idea do you have?
We, well, not we. We will be leaving. The city needs a fortified position from which to make a stand. The bridge is one part of it. If we can clear out the most dangerous of elements from that side, at least one side of Elturel won't be falling to pieces and going to hell, metaphorically speaking, since it's literally here.
The most dangerous article, the only thing that we struggled with here, was a knight mounted on black steed belching flames. Many of us have tried to take him down to no avail. If you were
I'm sorry.
able,
Are you talking about a knight?
if you were
Not a
able
knight.
to, you and your allies were
Don't
able
mind
to
that.
remove that threat from the city, it would go a great way in securing the protection of the city itself. I believe that I and my men should be able to solidify our forces here while you are on this divine mission of yours.
So we kill the Death Knight and then we get to go further to hell. Yay!
There's a woman who. There's a woman in this city. I don't know where she might possibly be, but if we can get her, she was a very well practiced arcanist and will be very helpful in keeping protections up. Oh boy, I don't want to fight it. I don't want to fight the knight.
You hear in the distance Valen and Darian like arguing about something.
I'm gonna listen.
What?
You hear,
like
you hear as you like just kind of listen in because you have such a high passive perception. Anyways, you get the, "I will not lose you again. Once more into the breach. I don't have any idea how long this will take before you return." Oh dear, I don't know how to do Valen's accent. It's supposed to be vaguely British, but I'm not sure how. We're gonna go for
We
it anyway.
just went
I
kind of Irish
totally
there,
did.
though.
I went totally too far.
Oh, I don't
too
know
far.
to tell you, but
Oh, I don't know.
from Ireland.
A bit of a brogue.
Don't you know?
Boy.
Don't you know? Dearest, my heart, I understand why you feel the way that you do, but I cannot My sword arm will be stronger if I am not looking over my shoulder at all times to make sure you are safe. I know that you run in front of the threats for me, and they need someone as capable of defending the city as you. I trust no other. They seem to be having a discussion surrounding leaving Darien here.
Again, that's a discussion for later. We still have an entire city to cross.
Yeah. Shall we then?
I think we shall.
Thanks for the hut.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the hut, madam.
Hmm.
The Grand Duke nods his head over at you, and Catastrophe's like, "That was great sleep. I haven't gotten it that way in a while. If you know what I mean." She winks.
We should write a song about everything that's happened here, including the great night's sleep, because I think that would be an excellent end.
Absolutely. And she
Ness,
just bling.
she's been in hell for almost 2 weeks. What the fuck is she talking about? Of course she didn't get a good sleep here.
I don't. Is that's all you're inferring from that conversation? Because I was inferring a lot of other things from that conversation, but
Well, I don't want to assume. Listen, Willamie is a very lovely girl, but I just assumed
there's
that
better.
she doesn't have sex.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that, and I was gonna. I don't. I mean, that's a very very valid sexuality that
Well, I'm not saying it's not. It's more just
Yeah.
I can't imagine her engaging in innuendo of that nature.
I feel uncomfortable engaging in imagining anything regarding this particular subject with my sister.
Catastrophe to the side is like,
Oh,
"Are you all talking about us?"
No,
of course not. That would be rude.
so rude.
None of your
We're not
damn
rude.
business. All
Why
right.
don't you mind the business of Asia?
So the Grand Duke's like, "All right, let's
They are awful cute together, though.
let's
Like,
move
color
as quickly as we
coordinated.
can across the city. If we can make it back to the High Hall, I anticipate we'll be at a better defensive point from that location. I do have agents around the city. If we can find those, that would be helpful in securing the network as well, making sure that everybody knows that we are in charge. What happened to that horrible Krieg? What happened to Krieg?
He's dead.
Good. Good.
Dead's a little hard. He got sacrificed technically to Bel.
Yeah.
Sacrifice to Bel. First, I hear one of you is in league with Tiamat. Now, sacrifices to Bel. Do I have something to be worried about?
Are you going to get saved? Yes. Do you need to sweat the small details? No. You're a Grand Duke. We're simply serving you. Calm down. The less you know, the better you'll sleep.
I will take you at that word for now. But I do have an aversion to individuals who barter deals with devils.
Well, you know what, Duke? You could just stay here and fend for yourself and go fight your death knight if you'd like, or you could just stop asking so many fucking questions on a really bad day.
Ness, I know it's a lot.
He's a
Trust me.
pompous, arrogant son of a bitch. Bourgeoisie
another mug of
over
tea.
here.
He's also I know he's also rich and you're just dying to steal things from him and he probably has
Oh, I
nothing on.
hadn't even considered that. I really just wanted to rip his face off because that was
I know,
shitty.
darling. I know. Just take it easy on them. I think Fool's gonna go out first, and just sneak his way up the way they came to make sure that nothing has come down to find them.
Give me a stealth roll, please.
Would love to.
Sorry, Duke. I'm not a morning person.
I can tell.
You
That's a 28.
Ooh.
Sneaking outdoors, you see that there are a few smaller imps kind of moving through the city streets, waiting, gawking at the temple that has caused them so many problems recently, and hoping to see some of their allies arriving. They haven't noticed you yet, but they are just some smaller critters that are just watching.
Well, I will stay here, and I will summon Sanda
Okay.
to me, and have her go back to them and tell them the coast is clear. But she has wings now!
She does.
And I'm very happy about that. I'm like, oh, that's a new addition, darling.
She just kind of unfurls them a little bit and like raises them up, just kind of waving them about a little bit back and forth. So you like them? I am so happy to hear that. I had thought
Of course I
maybe
do.
they would get in the way, or some of my friends they have ones that are a little bit smaller than they should be, or a little larger, or tattered in strange ways. And I'm so happy that you like them.
Darling, I couldn't be happier. We're going to be going down chain, so one of us being able to fly is certainly going to help the situation. I know you can't really carry me. You're not that big yet. One day we'll get you there. But no, you should know. Just go back and get friends.
I will go let them know what's going on here. What is going on? You just brought me here.
We'll fill her in on the whole thing. But we'll also say you're going to be very surprised seeing Wistel.
Oh, goodness. I do love surprises. So she like rushes back down below to where everybody else is kind of walking in this direction, slowly following after you. And you see Sanda like bound down the stairs, a little larger than before, now bearing draconic wings upon her back. And she looks over at everyone and speaks in her voice, which is also draconic, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Saying Whistle.
So,
Copycat!
Flattery, dear, and all that.
Oh, you
But
chose
is it
the new
better?
color because of me.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly why I did it. Yes.
Thol would like
Yep.
you all to know. And
Completely on purpose.
If you can refer this to
I
everyone
can't. I can't understand what they're saying, but with my perception, there's a lie happening.
If you can let them all know that Thol, oh dearest, has told me that there are a few imps watching the front of the building upstairs, and be careful on your way out.
I relay the message.
More imps.
Just
Where'd the imps
let's just
from?
all be
That's-
stealthy, right? Right? Okay, we're just gonna be stealthy.
What was that?
I'll
Ness?
offer.
I'm sorry. Is Wistel now going to be this cool voice? Because it's so funny.
Like, are we changing
Their
pronouns?
family
A lot
is-
more mask.
Their family is very blue collar and southern. They were planning on doing that when they found them, but since the persona that they made for themselves is no longer available, they're just kind of saying fuck it and going back to their normal voice, even though they still identify as the pronouns.
Thank you.
It's just more of this like, I don't want to put on a fake voice anymore because I don't need to sound pompous and fancy.
And what had you been saying, Ness?
I didn't. I mean, I would just that I could tell there was bullshit happening in another language. But other than that,
There was the thing about imps.
oh, imps. I thought the imps were before related to Valerian.
They were. The ones that were inside of this building were, but those seem to be other ones on the street that are aware of the demonic portal that was underneath this place.
These are new imps.
They're new imps.
Okay, sneaking. We're sneaking.
Sneaking. All right, everybody that
Well,
would like to...
yeah, the whole way up is fine. It's the when we get
That's once
outside,
we
we gotta
get
figure out what to do.
outside.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you make your way up to where Thelmaris is waiting for you all at the entranceway to the actual building, and looking out into the streets, you see a few imps. One of them is just kind of sitting there picking his teeth. Another one is like chasing after a rat in an alleyway, trying to catch it, which he grabs hold of it very, very shortly and then just starts eating it. And the other one is just staring at the front of the building, looking bored.
He's just zoned out.
does anybody have like prestidigitation or fairy fire or a rock or something we could distract that other
Prestidigitation.
direction?
Wait, do you
I mean,
still
you
have
could just
prestidigitation?
throw a walk. Do I? I have
Yeah.
so many things right now.
I've,
Do I
I've
have
been like,
is
Brian is doing some
is pres-
serious calculus over there.
Yeah,
Do
I was
you,
making sure I'm dual class now, and both are spellcasters. I was making sure I had all the spells correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have prestidigitation.
You do not.
Mage
Surprisingly,
hand?
I have mage hand. I have plenty. I have ungodly amounts of cantrips besides prestidigitation.
Oh, well, whatever would work for
Uh,
distracting them in the other, just some easy look over there moment. What?
With
Uh,
all of us together, I'm going to yeah. I'll take a rock
Mhm.
and just toss it. And as I do, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace
On
so
everyone.
that we can all get +10 to our stealth checks that we
Okay.
leave.
So
That works.
give me a throw with the rock. Just give me a dexterity roll. Flat is fine.
Boom.
And then rock goes clattering off
22.
into the alleyway just a little bit beyond them. They kind of like perk up and turn and look. The one that was sitting there like half drooling, staring at the door, zoned out, like falls over onto his face. Everybody give me a stealth roll with +10 as you proceed to make your way out. That is a 23.
Mhm.
That is a 25. Nice.
Ah,
27
34.
and a 34. So averages there. All of you are ridiculously high. I'm going to say that this puts you up at about a 23. You all make your way outside, and the imps seem to be very distracted as you just bypass them and head up the road, moving back in the direction of the secret escape route for the High Hall. Walking up this street, the Grand Duke kind of turns to everyone. So, what brought you on this valorous mission?
My
Well,
shitty
you
ex.
see,
Your shitty ex.
Cards.
Cards.
Well, that is why this whole started, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Do you know Nine Fingers Keen? Are you at all aware?
Yes, I'm aware of who Nine Fingers Keen is.
Oh,
What is
well.
your affiliation with that vagabond?
I used to work for her.
Really? So you're criminals then?
Oh, I'd like to think more of myself as a enterprising. The fancy word for killer.
Assassin.
There you go, enterprising assassin.
also, should beggars really be choosers? Just saying.
And that's from the
No,
mouth of Willamy.
no judgment for the moment. You are here.
I
when others
think
would not
that
be,
for the
so
moment, if there's a quantifier on judgment,
Look,
Duke,
look,
then it's
look.
judgment. Okay.
we'll see how things go when you return to
How did you
Baldur's
get to?
Gate.
How did you get to where you are? How did you?
I was on a diplomatic
get all
mission
this-
with Eltaro,
Oh, a
and then I
diplomatic
was
mission.
caught in a trap that sent me to hell.
Oh, that sounds really stupid of you. How'd you do that?
You, darling. Talking to the Grand Duke, you have to understand. She is very ornery about all things authority, both mortal and divine. So you're just going to have to.
Stop being a prick.
One of those hard to work with people. I understand. As long as she's capable, that's fine.
I'm capable of murdering you in your sleep.
Ness, be nice.
And you continue up the street a ways before you make it to the external part of the secret passageway that leads back into the High Hall.
I at some point or another, just for sheer delight, am going to try to, at an opportune moment, just de-pants stealthily Duke Ravengard as he's walking.
Give me a sleight of
just-
hand check.
Just wherever it is that it's not, going to be deadly for
problem.
my friends.
Mhm.
Right. 23.
23. Let's see. He's got.
He does not have a 23 passive perception. Oh, but he.
He rolled a 19 because he has a +0 to his wisdom.
Oh, good.
He has no bonuses there, so you suddenly pants come down.
It's stealthy though. Like they just come down naturally. It was a gravity thing.
You see him like stop and
weird.
start reaching down. He's got these like Mormon style wool like square box underwear basically, and he's just
Chick underwear.
starts like pulling
That's
things
why
back.
he's so cranky. Wool underwear's gotta be itchy, especially in hell.
Incredibly uncomfortable, I'm sure. Catastrophe just starts laughing.
Yeah, she and Willoughby will kind of walk up and stand on either side of Ness, being very proud of her, but also understanding that maybe not the best to continue this way.
I didn't do that.
Of course not.
Why did I do that?
Because it's funny.
I mean, it is hilarious, and whoever did it, I mean, Gravity, which did it, was look over there.
Look over there.
Right, Jada. Jada S is off.
Yes.
Okay. So a few knocks on this side of the door, and it slides open. You find yourself heading back up through the tunnels and making it to the lower sanctum of the High Hall, where that crowd of individuals is still gathered at the moment. A few additional soldiers seem to be in the room. The one that you had let know where your base of operations is seems to have returned with the Red Thread, who are all down here now as well. And with that, we will take a break, and we'll be back in 10 minutes, everyone.
Yeah, it's already 8:20. Like,
Yeah.
who would have?
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a moment.
No.
Hello, everyone,
Ah.
and welcome back to Descent into Avernus, Hellriders, here with everybody, being all awesome and stuff. So you arrive back inside of the inner sanctum of the High Hall. You have the red thread there with you as well, barring the one guy who fell and, ended up being a bad guy. So you have Seraphine there, you have Malus, Ulrich, the old dwarf, Kalia, the healer. Marcus is gone. You had killed him when he went traitor. Of course,
Right.
part of him was a problematic situation. And Feria looks over. Oh, thank heavens. Thank Torm, thank Helm. You have returned with the Grand Duke, and all of you are alive still. I'm assuming you were successful in your endeavors. Where are the rest of the soldiers? The Grand Duke just states, they didn't make it. That was me
Seriously,
laughing,
no
not him.
thankful for us.
They were gone before we got there, so
Yeah, this is kind of it.
So,
It's gonna take a very long time for that voice to not throw Ness off.
So
Bonus.
what is our next step? And the Grand Duke just states, we must secure the city, remove the grandest of threats from here as best we can, take every pocket of resistance we can find and bring them together as one. Drive out the forces of darkness from the city and give our friends time to free the city from being trapped here in El Terrell. These heroes, and he points over at everybody, and then you kind of get one of those like double take moments from everybody around as they all look at you and how scruffy and how dark and how kind of not super happy you currently appear and covered in like blood and and they're like
also double taking.
and so does Willoughby.
Well, this is the worst I've looked in years.
Have been sent a divine mission, a revelation that I had when I wore the helm of Torn. He told me himself that they will be our salvation. We must trust in them. We must trust in them. In the meantime, you, Hellriders that have come before, what can you tell me about the city? And he like starts moving alongside as Kayla with the red thread like goes and starts to debrief him on what they've seen in the city, leaving you all to your own devices temporarily. Firella, the old woman, kind of standing off to the side, comes over in your direction and goes, "Oh my goodness, is anybody here injured? Could use food or water? Can I provide you any libations?"
I mean, I won't say no.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
anything's great. Thank you.
I have to admit, it is not the best fare in the world, but we do what we can. And she like moves over to this little section that's set aside with a couple of cook fires and with some pots and pans and whatnot, and then proceeds to bring you all back a few bowls of basically like a wastrel gruel, a few different bits and pieces of vegetables, mostly oats, and a small amount of meat inside of them with some water to everyone.
Are there any children or older looking people or weakish looking people around here somewhere?
Absolutely. A good majority of them are. Most of the people here are not fighters. They're just refugees, like avoiding the bigger threats up above. When the city was initially dropped into Avernus, a lot of people came to the High Hall to for protection, and these are what's left of that group.
I'm gonna, because I had me a breakfast sandy and a couple cups of tea already. I'm gonna go to some hungry looking ish persons and give them my ration of gruel.
So like this older man is sitting there with obviously like a granddaughter type, and they look up at you. Oh, hello, you're one of the heroes. I'm so grateful that you are going to save our city. She's going to save our city. The little girl's like, you're going to save our city?
Fuck.
We're going to certainly try.
You're not there, Thol. I'm on my own.
Ness walked off on her own.
Oh,
I mean, I'm on my own interacting with people. I appreciate the assistance. So, okay, little girl, I can deal with it. We are, and then what Thol would probably say goes into my brain. We are certainly going to try. I. Hmm?
Are you a knight? You have very cool armor.
Oh, thank you. I am not a knight, but I do often work at night.
Hmm. So you are a guard at night.
Sure. You hungry?
Yes, I'm hungry. And the grandfather goes, "Thank you so much." He like shakes your hand and takes the bowl. You see them both kind of dig in together.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk away.
You walk back to your allies and looking around the room. That story is repeated over and over again. An older family member with a younger child. The mother and father most likely not here. Probably went to the defense of the city and may not be coming back. Not a great thing to see, but there are only a few young and hale individuals that are here, obviously very tattered and beat up already. They assisted in driving out the demonic forces that were beneath the chapel major here.
Calamity and Willamie.
Yes?
Would you do this the happy song thing for these? They're so sad and
Well, I was just working on a song about us as heroes because apparently we're heroes now.
desperate
Catastrophe, you want to
times.
join me?
Absolutely. You see her just like
Watch the
swing around
mouth. Sorry.
Oh.
Where did that come from?
Sorry about
Your motherly instincts are finally kicking in.
I don't need your bullshit
Wow.
today, Morris.
Okay. I'm thinking a 1/16th tempo, something kicky, something with some beats and some, All right, let's go. Go ahead and give me
Okay.
a roll of advantage for
White guy
performance.
overbite going.
White guy overbite going. 20.
I mean, that'll do it.
Excellent. The two of you begin softly at first, building up the tempo, and then very quickly thereafter go into some loud overtures that have the people in the room just starting to dance and move around with each other. You see laughter and smiles upon their faces for probably the first time in a while. And even though this is an oppressive and disgusting and horrifying place to find yourself living in, for just a brief moment, you make it livable. You make it enjoyable. And there is a bit of light shining in from the re-sanctified stairwell above you as a warmth kind of moves through the entire place here. I'm going to give everyone
the high hall.
I'm going to give everyone inspiration.
Lovely.
Oh.
Which means that we have 2 now.
Exactly. Catastrophe. There's a full-on pipe organ upstairs. Also,
Pie, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not. It was incredible. Let's go play it.
Let's go.
No.
You get their attention
come-
as they're
come-
both like moving away.
Yep.
You like turn back and it's the dog staring at you, getting ready to go do something that it wants to do, while you're like, look.
Come here. You come back here. Come on. You stay. We're gonna you should keep singing to the folks because that is a very loud instrument upstairs away from everybody, and so maybe we stay here for a little bit.
Or we all go have a dance in the hall.
Is that a problematic?
with full recognizing that this place has now been re-sanctified,
Mhm.
he's actually going to go upstairs because he wants to set up a small ritual for himself.
All right, you head upstairs. What is Whistle and Ness? What are the two of you doing right now before we move locations?
I'm gonna follow Calamity and Willamie just to. We all know why.
Their joy.
Yeah, I'll probably just tag along. There's
Okay.
nothing else to do at this point.
So they all head upstairs, and you see some of the crowd that was down here in the worst of sorts. Some of them start to follow you as well, just curious how safe the location is. And as you make it up into the main amphitheater, the massive cathedral above you, the stained glass windows, some of them shattered, some of them not. some of the red ambient light from outside is shining through one of the stained glass windows on the left side of the building, and the light has changed into kind of like a golden, a soft orange golden hue instead, which is warm and inviting. Dolnaris, you make your way up around said altar. This is obviously where you had to go to get into the secret chamber, and the antechamber underneath is part of the altar anyway. And you come up into the main foyer here, and you look around. What are you doing?
He has two ideas, but he'll first start with the helm.
Mhm.
And if it is a re-sanctified place, he wants to find where there's an altar so that he can. There's a holy person here. He will set Valen to that task of making holy water because he can't do that. So that'll be Valen's task to fix that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm newly holy, but
Oh right, you.
Do we know
You
this?
are. You are newly holy. Wistel, darling.
technically, yeah. Well, yes.
I do like your actual voice. Can
Your
you make
face would
holy
say
water?
otherwise.
No. I'm trying to not say the
Oh,
thought that's actually in my head. We can. There's
I could-
children around.
I could try.
He
This
makes
is
it
this is literally
sexy.
brand new. I don't. We can try. I also I don't really know if it's good holy water or bad holy water. You know, it's kind of like I don't know if the burning's gonna be good or bad. I don't
Well, I
really.
really just want to cleanse this, but
If you're
Give it a
gonna
thought?
cleanse, I would talk to Valen because mine. I don't think mine's good at the cleansing part.
Valen looks at it and
Cool,
goes,
well-
I don't know how to do that.
all right. Well, we'll deal with that later. And then he'll just like sit down and he pulls out his disguise kit and he'll take out some of the makeup pieces
Mhm.
and he will like draw a circle with in lipstick. I think that's perfect. As he is trying to make just a small offering to Suni because he has a name now and he wants to find out what happened to his husband.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you create a small altar to Sune. Give me a religion roll.
2. Boop-a-dee-bop. Bum-a-dee-bop.
Bum-ba-de-bop.
Just one.
Natural 20.
For 24.
So you are you placing the helm in the circle? Is that what the idea
No,
was?
absolutely not. No, that
Okay.
thing can stay away.
That's the same way. So you create a small altar to Sune on the nearby. And what do you use as an offering to Sune?
He so making this like circle in the lipstick with a couple of pieces of makeup, but this whole time, for the longest, he's always had a small ring that he's just never used.
Mhm.
He didn't understand what it was for, but now it makes more sense to him that he had one token of his previous relationship that he puts into the middle of this circle as he sends up a prayer to Lady Firehair.
Mhm.
Osuni, goddess of love, patron of mothers in marriage, in your loving embrace, I ask for strength like no other. I need your guidance with my heart full and warm to find a lost soul that was once bound to mine.
As you say those things, the ring in front of you like seems to become cleaner than it was before. And the scent of perfumes and colognes starts moving in the air around you. And you hear something that sounds almost like a sob.
You dear thing. You have been through so much pain. Oh, you lost him. How can you handle this? This agony of love pulled apart at the seams.
You see a vision start to like waver in front of your eyes, almost as if you're blinking away tears and you're seeing a scene. You see Valerian standing at the heart of a room, a dagger raised above the chest of some beautiful figure, calling out Belle's name. You see that dagger plunge down, and the entity, the individual, pulled into a rift and inflamed, covered in flame, falling a grand distance. Their wings behind them, the azure tone of those feathers as they are just burned and desiccated away. And they crash into hell, into Avernus somewhere.
I am going to lose my mind. Of course, that damned creature is the architect of every one of my sufferings. I wouldn't be surprised if he gave birth to my father. And with that connection of the ring, he just wants to hopefully find like a direction of where he might go, because otherwise he's going to talk to Belle and he's gonna be mad about it.
So you look down, and the ring itself, something about it seems enticing. As you grab it and pick it up and put it back upon your finger, you feel a slight tug pulling you west.
Directly west or like down west?
Well, down west. Yeah, down through the
Great.
floor.
That was a more important question.
Not in the sky.
Yeah. And he'll just kind of like twiddle with the ring. Okay. I will find you then. We'll get up and turn to friends. Do you all want to go see about the Death Knight?
You see Willamy and Catastrophe like both kind of banging on the organ on other sides, kind of playing like, chopsticks or something together at the same time.
We're
I was
both
drinking
playing the
Sky,
same
damn it.
part.
Saying the same part, yeah, playing the same part, just in higher and lower key.
Okay. Hi. Friends, there's a knight of black on a terrible steed of death. Should we go see about it while forces are being arrayed?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Also, I don't have my fancy dagger anymore because Belle's a dick.
Oh. Well, and then like Thulmaris will like draw down the tears of his eyes. He does leave such lasting impressions.
It's true.
Yeah, who would have known that one death would have been such a pain in the fucking ass?
Yeah, I suppose
Probably the guy who died.
Yeah, well, he's a dick, that guy. But yeah, I probably guess I shouldn't complain about the fact that I don't have a dagger because you lost your whole ass arm and now have a little bit more drippy one, which looks really nice on you.
Thank you.
Love the drip.
Stop.
Are we prepared to take on a Death Knight?
I don't really think we are. I think more we should probably try and, I don't know, find it and... if we could get it to chase us to the bridge, if the bridge is still working, if it's been charged, it's been over a day.
It is true. I see.
But I will hop over to Ulder.
Mm-hmm.
Ravengard is a title. It is not his last name.
Yep.
Grand Duke, there is a woman by the name of Cassandra Sidoral.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very talented wizard. Would be very useful in magical protections and to keep this place as holy as possible.
Cassandra. Do you know when her last whereabouts were?
I can only tell you where her last home was.
That would be helpful.
Oh, well, she is on this side of the city and will, like, give directions of where she would have been.
All right. We'll take some of the red thread and some of the soldiers that remain here that we can afford to move from the High Hall, and we'll see if we can find her.
And when you do, just tell her that, Elian is sorry, and it kind of worked. She'll know what I mean. Or you mean.
Elian Nightward. That's you.
That, yes.
I figured. You did bear passing resemblance to the man we spoke with who had lost his damn mind.
I love how you weren't sure, but also just like super assumed and was like, "Oh, sorry for the death of your loved one" and stuff. But you're like, "Oh, now I confirm it because you've said it."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Hadn't had the
The
moment.
pomposity.
Well, I wish you all good fortune and success in your endeavor against this greater than usual foe.
And you'll be just rallying the troops sitting here. Okay. Organizing.
Please, by the way, I have to ask the
Supervising.
question. They did bring the halfling family that was over there, right?
Yes.
Just-
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I'd
Everybody
have
that
been
was
so bad if we tried to save those halflings.
everybody that was in that church is now here in the High Hall.
Beautiful. So I think first and foremost, we should, I guess, take a track of the deadliest things around the city right now, because the knight might have left. He may have just fucked off.
Sure.
He might have.
I didn't take you for an optimist.
Marquise is just hoping. Positivity.
He did look bored the last time we saw him. So
You mean when he was fighting off 3 Vrox? Yeah, he looked bored.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the fox got him. Maybe he was like, still have
He
health.
probably
We haven't
Maybe.
erased that.
The heads off of those damn birds and stuck it up their asses. Is probably what happened.
So
Their cloaca.
He stuffed those turkeys.
Valen and Darian have a heartfelt goodbye, a kiss, slight tears as they prepare for whatever's going to happen next. Catastrophe looks over to you and goes, "So are we going on the road here?" Or...
I mean, I think that's what's happening. You can come if you want, but you could also stay here and keep everybody's spirits up. What are you feeling?
I don't like sitting in one place for a very long time. Willamie, you know that.
Then let's rock on.
Mama was a rolling stone.
So Catastrophe chooses to come with you all.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna go over to our newly greened friend, and I'll just say, "Is there a sweetheart for you somewhere in the city or back in Baldur's Gate?"
No, never. Like I said, I kept everything at surface level, and I didn't really want to get that deep with anyone.
Okay. And now?
I'm reevaluating things as I go, but I don't really think I'm on a path that would, I don't know, would be beneficial to someone special. Seems weird to say. Never really considered it.
Oh, darling, finding a partner in crime is magical.
Can I
A
roll
partner in
insight?
crime is different than a partner.
Yes, you can roll insight. That's a 19.
19?
Yeah, what are you all
On
I'm trying to determine why this line of questioning began and for what purpose Thol is doing it.
Oh, it's very like watching Valen and
Darian.
Darian.
thank you, Jesus fucking Christ, can't remember his name ever. I hate the
Valen
man
and
once,
Valen.
too. Yeah, Valen and Valen.
Valen and Valen too.
Is seeing that it's just like maybe there's something good that they're like, I don't know, not just good, but like heartwarming in their life, that hopefully that there's something that they could come back from. Tiamat coming
No.
back from Tiamat.
Ah,
The only type of special, or the only type of special person I have back in Baldur's Gate is my fucking imp.
It's true.
Which is probably gone.
And
wow.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm
Sensitive.
sure Kazal is not happy, but yeah, that's about the only connection I had back there, because everyone else I was either scamming or making deals with, or was like a previous boss, or like, you know what I mean, like no,
So-
they're friends with the highest level they had, and that
Did
was
you
a
actually friends
stretch.
are more like acquaintances.
I would say there's at least maybe like, well, past history, probably about maybe one or two people I would have considered friends in Baldur's Gate. Everyone else was, you know, positive acquaintances, people I screwed over, people who were screwing over me, marks, targets, you know, clientele.
Huh. How does this lovely band of misfits classify in your ledgers?
I would say my number of friends have gone up. I think some people I'm still the jury's out on, but I'm optimistic for the most part, depending on who lives throughout all of this. Once again, I am still struggling with the whole how much outside of myself I should really be caring about right now. So it's let's maybe get out of hell first, and maybe I can reevaluate. But I don't know if I'm ever leaving it, so we'll see.
Oh, well, I doubt that the Dragon Queen will want to keep you here.
I'm sorry, are you speaking in common now?
Yeah, oh no, we've been speaking in common the whole time.
Yeah, I would assume this is
Because the
common.
whole Dragon Queen thing
Mhm.
was not spoken in common earlier.
That was not.
It was spoken
Yes,
in
it was.
Draconic. No, it.
Now when I announced myself when I first woke up, I said the whole Dragon Queen thing, but
Oh, okay.
the deeper detail I didn't. I just came out and said, "Yeah, there's this now," but I didn't go. You didn't hear the
Jewelry.
further stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you for
it's
the
kind of hard.
clarification. This is jewelry,
There's
yes.
literally like a mask that's like this big, flavor on my chest, so it's kind of hard to be like,
Stop,
"Don't mind me."
not
Flavor Flav. Oh,
Who
wow.
else has a large ass medallion on their
Yeah.
chest?
no one, but it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No one but
Flavor,
Flavor
Flavor
Flavor.
It's kind of like the mask from Skyrim. If you had one of those like down here as like a new
Gotcha.
like holy symbol.
Is there anything we need to do on behalf of the Dragon Queen so that you don't incur her
Keep
considerable
burning my
wrath?
fucking scales. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know
This
when I
another
fucking
arm?
figure it out. Hell, I mean, all I know is I need to find the remaining parts of this mask. But I have nowhere to fucking start with it, so we'll figure it out as we go, I guess.
All right.
I'm gonna, memorize that.
Yeah, so-
I'm like, it could be a mark. See if I can help find it. Maybe then they'll like me. I don't say this out loud.
Thul will, however, just like whisper to Wistel, I don't know if she can hear what you hear, but just if you need help getting out of a deal, I'm very, very well versed in infernal pact making.
Yeah, well, I'm working my way up at that point. At this point, I think I have a pyramid scheme of my own soul going on right now, so I just have to add in a few extra deities, and then maybe I can come out, I don't know, on top.
The mask burns
Joke.
against your skin.
If that was a joke. It was a joke! Joke, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, mother bitch. Son of a... All right, joke, God, son of a bitch. I don't know which one of your heads I pissed off at. Fucking...
It's probably the green one.
Probably. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit apropos that I became green. But we'll see how that changes as I settle into my new body.
Well, it's actually very
Hey,
funny.
Green.
You are the reason why she's green.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, well, yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's I get to be
It looks
chromatic
good with your
now, so
eyes.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's well, I got to take on my new chromatic counterpart, so yet another thing for my family to be upset with me about, so that's gonna be fun.
True.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Sometimes you just have to find a new family.
That doesn't always work out.
oh, there's like a whole moment where I'm just,
Oh.
Still's just like, and he just kind of like they just walk off. Like,
Yeah,
there's
too much
there's not
emotion,
even
too much.
words. It's just like just like just.
Willamette, you can't just be breaking people like that. That we need them.
I
Like-
didn't think it would break. I mean, like I was
You're
Ness's
so-
family, and you know, I could be other families.
You didn't do anything wrong, Willamette. What are you? Why are you conducting with your fingers?
You two are family. You know each other from before. Before
Did we have this conversation before?
No.
I don't think you've
Well,
actually
not
ever
us.
brought that fact up. Besides, the two of you were the only ones that really said anything about it.
Yeah.
To each other.
Yeah.
We're still piecing it together, but we knew each other as kids before I caused the Earth Village to completely get burned to the
I
ground.
mean, you know, but I don't hold that against you.
Thanks.
Old are you, Ness?
I look 25-ish.
So do I.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I was a child at one point. I grew up with like a dwarf, and they don't age normal either. So
No.
like I don't know how old I am because I don't know where I was born or when, but it could have been Knucklebone Keep now that I'm having weird fucking hallucinations in the middle of this is shit. Oh, look, we're Black Knight, let's go kill it. Where are it there then? Yeah.
Oh dear, everyone is falling apart at the seams emotionally.
It's because you keep asking questions.
I am so sorry. I will be certain to not do that anymore.
Stop with your goddamn emotional support doll. You
she's
too,
like,
Willoughby.
just turns to Willoughby. It's just like I was very much good at like conversation when I was a whore, so it just comes naturally of asking questions to see, you know, what's really underneath and what will make them happy.
I think it's a little bit more complex because once you get to know them and become friends with them, then suddenly it's you're actually asking them and like asking them, and some people just can't answer.
It's easier when you're paying people money.
Fair enough.
Money makes friends, kids. The more you know. Da 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 da.
Money makes friends, kids.
I was being funny by
Money
saying
makes
friends.
all this,
Kids,
comma,
kids.
kids, as in like, you know, like one of these like don't
Money
like,
turns
don't do
friends
this at
into
home.
kids.
That's what
I
I
was
heard,
doing-
and I'm like, what?
No, I was saying like, remember, kids, money makes friends, and I was being a bad. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
First, the bridge. Is it recharged? Let's go find that out.
So you're gonna head back towards the bridge. Are you following the main thoroughfare again? Like I'm gonna give you guys the
Can we
map.
just get on the roof?
I'm gonna ask you. You can't really see it from here necessarily, but I do want to ask you what direction you all want to head. Previously, you snuck down the main damaged thoroughfare to get to the High Hall from here. And the bridge was this one right there.
Yep.
So you can either
There's
head
another bridge.
the quickest way again, or you can try to find a way down and around, or you could go through the back way and either head to the other bridge or go to the edge of the cliffs and jump down and make your way over. So you kind of have three approaches.
Can we, while we are figuring out the approach, or while we go after we figure out the approach, can we send the flying friends that we have in the party, the owl and the dragon, who now has wings, to maybe go see if they could get an aerial view of the Death Knight while we're scoping out the bridge, just to see where it is?
Absolutely.
Are there a lot of
That-
flying creatures?
Yes.
I was
that
gonna say the
we-
owl might be more inconspicuous.
Yeah, the
That's
owl.
Fair. I couldn't remember if Sansa could go in invisible or not.
The
Sansa,
owl could
not
hide
Sansa.
on the dragon. Like,
Yeah, well, the owl, yeah.
Mm,
No,
Well, I thought they would
Sansa-
split,
Sansa.
but I don't want anybody killed, so.
Sanda
Yeah,
would be very easy to see in the skies.
both are kind of temporary friends, but Sonda has a little bit more. Me and Saren are still working through some shit.
Okay.
So,
No, that's fair.
so
we've dipped our toe in the friendship pool, but we're
Yeah.
not sure we're gonna swim yet.
I can just resummon the fucker, so I don't really like. If like a rock was like, "Rock," I'd be like, okay, well, we'll just do this over again. We'll run it back.
We'll absolutely hate to see Sonda get brought down to zero and poof away.
I just
No,
need
no.
to know where that Death Knight is. That's all. However it works. Or doesn't.
Hi, are
Cool.
both bridges set up with the booby trap or just the one up top?
You only know for sure the one, but let's see if Valen is aware. So he's yes, both of them are.
Oh, well, we didn't trigger one.
No.
So we could go the back way to check on that bridge and then
Mhm.
do that.
Boom diggity.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Never mind. I do not have that. Okay.
So you're gonna head towards. You're gonna take the
I've
back
lucky.
roads and then head towards the other bridge, right?
Yes.
And you're gonna have
Correct.
Saren flying overhead and trying to give you an aerial view of where things might be, so you can get a hold of the information. I'm gonna have Saren make a
Correct.
roll real quick. First off is to try to be unnoticed by other flying creatures. That is going to be at a +4, 24.
Brr!
So
He did
Saren
something good.
goes and flies up into the air, and we'll do this in increments. Are you trying to sneak through the city?
I don't think we're clod hopping, but
Okay.
We're not-
maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Everybody roll stealth, and we'll see where we get. I
Love
don't
to.
think your walk without trace, pass without trace, is still active at the moment.
Yeah.
No, it's only
it'd
an
been
hour.
Yeah, so you don't have the plus.
It got us here. It did its job.
Strong six.
Okay, we got a 29,
Well
19, a
done.
6, and a 15 puts us right at about, I'd say 17 is going to be the average on
What's
that.
it up? Can we? I mean, a nat 20 bumps.
You do
us
have
up.
inspiration, though.
18.
You do have
Oh,
a-
I mean,
inspiration if you want to use one of those to reroll.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll use one. This,
You're bringing
when it
down
gets
the
lower.
average pretty far.
Me.
What'd
Ha! One better.
you- Just
Or
one.
two better.
Two.
My bad.
Do better.
My bad. I thought I rolled a 6 with the plus. If it makes anyone feel better, my dex before and after Tiamat is the exact same. So
Great. We love that.
So,
For
Yep.
Is your strength better?
Yeah.
You got that big arm.
no.
17.
No, that just makes me-
75,
that
so
just-
that does bring
that
you
just-
up to an 18.
Hey.
Makes me less
I'll take it.
dexterous in bed. That's about the only thing that does.
Gonna have to be a lefty.
Oh dear.
I heard that correct. He did say less dexterous in bed, correct?
That is
Yeah.
what-
Yes,
Great.
I did.
Had to make sure.
Okay. With a 17, you head over in that direction and you make it to the first
I thought it was
checkpoint. With 18, yes. 18.
Oh, it's 18. Yeah.
So you have made it here, and we are now moving into the next little section that'll put you close to the bridge. Saren flying around calls out to you. I think he's in the main walk.
God, we didn't go that way.
Where the fuck's the main walk?
It's the
Oh,
main
that way.
path,
Okay.
yeah.
And what are they
This is the
cooking
main
in
walk.
it?
So you are all here.
Okay. I will. I'm assuming someone's leading me around because if I'm looking through
Yes.
Saren's eyes, I'm literally someone's gonna have to like walk me around.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
I'll speak up. I think the knight's on the main street, block over,
So he's heading in that direction.
somewhere
right
along
now.
there. Yeah, they're heading south down on the main road of this side of the
So
They're not
Undecided
going
up the rail.
to where we were, are they?
it sounds like they are going in the direction of where we were.
Mhm.
That is the direction of it, yeah.
So if this other bridge is not
We-
triggered, then we should probably quickly then get the Death Knight's
We would have
attention.
to, yeah, we'd have to lead them over, yeah.
Yeah, which could be fun. We could maybe do that.
So you want to be the person to go and lead them towards the bridge?
I can.
The
be the
only person
to-
around here that doesn't have
Oh.
like a lot going on.
Well, here's my problem. Here's the problem with Ness. You may be able to outrun a horse.
I
May
also
being operative.
have stealth and I have Misty Step.
I'm more just like we have to kind of do that that chasing thing where we don't get too far away that he goes somewhere else.
We do have a flying dragon. Can't the dragon piss him off and just stay up top and just like keep pissing him off and like,
I mean,
right? Because if he can't swing at him,
we were
Fair
worried about miscellaneous flying creatures that could possibly be in the sky, not wanting to send her out, and now we want to send her out for bait for a
I'm
Death
just
Knight.
saying if we're trying to bait him, right? If he can't swing at us, the best thing that we could do. Otherwise, we could just like keep taking pop shots of like cantrips at him and like hope that he stays, you know, he keeps on coming up. Like you could do one in stealth and then I can do one like a couple blocks down and then like you could like follow up behind him and we could like leapfrog him. Or we could literally just like, but I guess I just had another thought. Like, how do we lure him without luring everything fucking else? Right? Because I feel like he's gonna bring in a lot of attention, and if we try to get his attention, we're gonna get everything else's attention. Because we just can't be like,
thankfully,
"Yo,
the bridge
hey."
is pretty damaging, so it'll all talk about the bridge.
That might
To be
actually
fair, I'm
save
just
us
like,
some
hey,
cleanup.
Yeah,
It's just that we might have a Death Knight, a couple of rocks, a couple of other undead, a couple
Yeah,
of devils,
yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of demons, and they could be like, "Wah," and then we could just be in the middle going like, I hope this works. And then what the fuck's gonna happen when the bridge doesn't work and I have to Misty step the fuck away and be like, peace, and you know, we all start losing our friendship. So
I mean, I'll go too. I may step away by, you know.
well, I could go into the bottle and then tell my owl to fly the bottle the fuck out of here. That's a good plan. I said to myself without anyone listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you.
There are
What?
ways we can
What?
get around quickly.
Yep.
So let's just give it a bet. Are we okay with the send in Sonda first, and we kind of take pot shots along the way to keep it coming at us?
Should we see if the bridge is good first, right? Because
Yes,
if the bridge
100%.
is good, we're fucking boned. So
Exactly. The bridge has to be good first.
Let's
should.
pass him, right? We'll pass him. See if the bridge is good, and then try to get his attention if it is good.
Am I close enough to use message to warn anybody that he's headed in their direction, just in case?
I mean, if we want, we could leave someone somewhere, and I also took message. We also could just like literally like telephone if someone is like,
Relay it.
if we want to leave,
Yeah.
like keep someone watching them, and then hopefully they stick within the telephone chain that we can be like, get them, and then we all run back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could message people pretty far away, I do believe. I think it's what?
500.
It's 120 feet.
Oh, 120. Not bad.
feet. So-
Message is 120. Yeah.
It still need to be within
Sending is
eye shot, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's
That
the
was-
plan?
120 feet, but you don't have to see them. It's just in the direction of them.
Yeah.
You have to know.
Wait, I mean, were you trying to do
roughly-
that to the people that were back there? Like in
Yeah,
the
that's
temple
what
to
I was
tell them?
thinking, but I think
Oh, that's a good point. They might want to know to be like, yo, there's a Death Knight that's coming.
Just be careful.
you know, just saying.
And he's not a Life Knight, so it's bad news.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
So
I'm
what
just.
I understand
Tyson,
is,
where are you here?
So what I'm understanding is you're going to send Sonda to try to draw. No, you changed that.
No. Bridge
We're gonna
first.
check the bridge first.
Checking the bridge
Step one.
first.
Confirmation bridge, yeah.
You're
We
trying
can
to get a
send-
message to
yeah.
the city, which is a little too far away to reach the High Hall from here. Unless you want to go back and then meet everybody again on the way.
Well, it won't be a moot point if we can do the thing.
Okay.
Or if we can't, because they're fucked anyway, so.
So please give me a stealth roll, everyone, as you head closer to the bridge.
Okay.
Sending is level 3, so that's why I don't have a level 3 slot yet.
Oh, I will re-roll that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
am definitely rerolling.
Hey,
Much better.
so much better. I mean, better for me. A whole big 13.
Whoa,
Cleric's
way
not
better.
known for stealth.
All right, that again puts you with an average at about an 18. And you begin heading up in the direction of the bridge. You are not noticed by anything on the pathway, but you do see on occasion critters like crawling through some of the buildings and the structures. You hear some shouts in the distance, some fighting that's going on in various spots in the city. Some of it's between demons and devils. And as you go out and look over top of the other bridge that's there, you happen to see that this bridge still has devils on it. So it does appear that it hasn't been triggered, but there is another entourage of about 8 different devils on it.
Do any of them look particularly bad?
They're roughly the same as what you had run into before. A few bearded devils, a couple of spine devils.
Okay. So, Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Do we even need to deal with the Death Knight? I'm just going to ask the question straight up. Do we need to deal with the Death Knight? Because if we don't, we could just fuck the fuck off and go to Avernus and deal with the Zarya. Because if we don't have to fight this thing...
If you want to leave it here, Elturel may or may not be in a worse position by the time you get back.
Fuck, okay.
Listen,
So-
just fucking do the thing. There's
Okay,
no,
this-
I mean,
this
like,
would be-
you guys are
this is
like,
like
this-
mini
guess
boss
what? I
level,
can run out
right?
a horse.
No,
also
like,
there's,
this
like,
thing is
buildings
bad
and
news.
stuff.
Yeah, I
And
would say
then
this
it's like
thing I
they're
thought
not
would
going to
fuck
stop
us up.
actually following us. We don't have to do the, oh, hey, over here still. Like, they're going to keep coming. It's a fucking Death Knight.
You don't know.
I mean, I've had a hard time losing a Death Knight before. They usually
Fair
want to
enough.
kill you. So,
Oh.
I
A
think,
lot.
yeah. So we should do the thing. One, because children and people and like Duke Ravengard can fucking suck it, but there's like human people, like, well,
They're
Yeah.
itty bitty babies. Okay, they're half.
They're itty bitty
They're like
babies.
6 inches tall.
yeah,
Itty
they're
bitty
itty bitty itty
babies.
bitties. Yeah. So I think
All
we
right.
should just do it, and we're all feeling a very strong, or at least some of us are feeling a very strong sense of fuck it, let's see what happens. And I'm just gonna start running if you guys don't make it.
Here's the plan. Let the Death Knight chase me. I'm technically the fastest.
How do you figure?
I have 45 speed. I can give myself 10 feet extra speed for free for an hour.
Okay, fine.
So that's 110 feet every turn.
Ranger skills.
Do it.
So if you
110
guys are
feet
here,
extra feet per turn. However, a rogue does have bonus action sprint.
Yeah,
Yes, but it would be
additional
they
movement.
can, they can sprint twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, oh, yes. So if I gave it to you, you could. I'm more just worried about.
Because they can move, sprint.
Yeah,
Right,
So they
which would
could
give
do
you 90 feet.
369.
120.
90 feet instead.
Nine.
Yeah, total.
Yeah, it would be 120
Like,
total.
baton it. But also, I think that Willamy and Catastrophe probably also should get to the other side of the bridge first if we can. Do we remember how to trigger the fucking thing?
Yes.
It's in words that
Somebody needs to
Valen
trigger
knows
it.
the words.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would think that, like, okay, Valen knows the words. So we need to get Valen somewhere within shouty distance of the bridge.
Mhm. Correct.
Um,
And if we want the smoke again, I can get smoke. Because that seemed to
Yeah.
help last time.
Yes.
it didn't hurt, but also we'll need someone
You want
to
the
be
smoke?
on the other side of the bridge so that the Death Knight goes to the other side of the bridge. Now, the problem here is there are lots of bad things on the bridge at the moment, and I don't know how far across that is. Can
How
I
long
Misty
is the
step
bridge?
across that chasm? Tyson?
No. This chasm is a little bit bigger than the other one was.
Question.
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone knows this. If I get a racial ability at level 5, but I'm multi-classing, does one of my multi-classes have to be at 5 before I get that racial trait? Or is that racial is overall, right?
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
character level.
so I technically can fly still.
Hey!
Oh yeah, you
So-
do have 10 minutes of flight.
Yep.
Yeah, I have 10
So
minutes
would
of
you
flight.
be able to? Is 10 minutes enough
At-
time to get over the chasm, Ties?
It would 10 minutes would be it's 10 minutes and yeah, but I still have 30 speed, so I'm not super fast, but I can fly.
Good to know.
Well, I mean, he can at least get over the chasm as a. But also, you or I could probably run the gamut of this. So I can give you Long Strider, and I can give myself Long Strider,
Yeah.
and we can
I can do that
just run the
once
Death
for
Knight
long rest.
to us.
I can also try to
Catastrophe-
sneak across the bridge.
Catastrophe and I can go full invisible to cross the bridge. That's not a problem.
Oh, boom!
Oh, there we go.
done. We're good.
Give me a
That's a lot easier than flying across the bridge if they're
Go ahead.
flying.
give me a religion check, please.
Oh right, fuck. That is true.
Willamy.
Who's doing religion?
Willamy?
Willamy at the moment.
I am trained in religion now. If anyone needs it.
Okay, never
I am
mind.
too.
Yep.
So you offer up going invisible across the bridge. Same as you, I suppose. Whistle, please give me a religion check as well.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
26.
You recognize
Uh-huh.
that those bearded devils can see invisible
Invisible
individuals.
creatures.
So you
They
still
can
have
see
to be able to sneak
invisible
past
people.
Do you have to mention door?
I don't.
them. Any other
Hey, did Wilmy,
plans? You just gonna run out across the bridge?
Yeah, did Wilmy take Dimension
Wait,
Door?
did we take
Nope.
damage when we were on the bridge?
No. Yes, those of you that were branded by Bell did.
I did because
in
I
other
had the
ways.
brand.
Okay,
Same.
so then I am less worried about the bridge situation. I can be on the bridge and draw everything to me because I'm not going to take damage.
Yeah. So I
You
guess
will,
then I
Nest.
would need to. Yeah, I would say I guess we could do the tag thing, and then I can. So I'll start it.
Yep, and then
Get
I'll be
him
the
to
one who
you.
gets to get on the bridge. Okay.
And Valen needs to post though, so
Yeah, Valen
maybe
Hidden next to the bridge so he can shout out the trigger word when I'm in the middle of it.
And he's
So
likely
perhaps
going
with
to
spell-
need. Valen reminds you that he's likely going to need to wait until the Hell Knight makes it onto
He's
the
on
bridge,
the
because if he
bridge.
sees
Exactly.
it active, he might not get on the
Yeah.
bridge.
so that's yeah, that's
Exactly.
what we're yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let me
maybe
be the one
then,
on the bridge.
then maybe Wistel, Catastrophe, and
Burp,
Willamy
burp,
and
burp.
Valen go to the same spot.
Yes. Do any of you have pushing abilities, pushing spells?
Although I can use Cloud of Daggers to drive people.
That
I
is
could try
true.
to- I could try to do hold person and then push someone.
That's hilarious.
That's the best I got is that I could freeze them and then be like, meh. Otherwise, unless they shrink down to less than 5 pounds, I can't do anything with Mage Hand. So.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Eh.
so who is moving towards the bridge first?
Valen, Wistel,
I
Willamy,
I
Catastrophe.
think I am.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be posted next to the bridge. Ness
The
and I are
non-fast
going
people, yeah.
to
Yeah.
get
Exactly.
the Death Knight's attention. Ness is going to like baton pass to me the attention. I'll shoot at it to get like, hey, I'm here, buddy.
Mhm.
And she'll go off and hide and then circle back around to meet the group.
Okay. So the two of you are going to head away. Is anybody going to cast any spells in advance before?
Yes.
this
Is there
begins?
stuff? Is there stuff? Oh, sorry. Is there stuff on the bridge?
Yes, there are 6 total
Okay.
devils on the bridge.
All right.
As
so
you've
then I'm
gotten
gonna wait
closer,
to
you
do
can look
stuff
down and
yeah.
see them. There are two
Yeah.
bearded devils like you fought before, and a total of 4 of those spine demons.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till we're on the bridge to do anything at this point. So I'll wait for the. I'm assuming the bridge group is waiting to do anything until the Damaris and Ness catch up to us.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Ugh, map.
New map.
This
It's
is
a
the
map.
other
It's a
bridge.
map.
Hey.
It's quite a bit
The one from Indiana
wider.
Jones.
It's the Indiana Jones bridge. Okay.
If we could get them all to one side, it would be awesome.
So, Thul is casting Longstrider for an hour.
On myself and
yourself.
for free, and then I'll give the a 1 level spell slot to Ness.
Okay, so Ness, you've got 40 feet of movement per movement action. Now,
And then
um,
is that action surge?
no. It's just movement, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of it at the moment.
I was asking about like the thing.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
so that I can move 3 times. It's just
So-
inherent.
That is an inherent rogue ability. It's a bonus action option that you have. Dash. So it's bonus action or cunning action dash. So you click on cunning action, you can see that it allows you to dash, disengage, or hide, and dash gives you 1 extra movement amount. Okay. Any other spells being cast before we begin this?
I don't think there's anything else I need to cast.
Bardic inspiration.
I mean, I'll take one if you got one.
Yeah. Let's start throwing some inspiration around.
Definitely give one to Valen, just in case he foobars the words. I don't know.
How much inspiration
Not
do you
a-
want to
not a
hand
bad.
out?
I don't need it.
Because we can short rest after and get them all back. So
Exactly.
Yeah, lasts for 10
Exactly.
minutes.
And if I remember correctly, I've
charisma
got
modifier.
4 at this point.
Yeah, I can actually adjust that too, so that it shows these 3, 4. There. Now you have that, so you can just click on it on the
Excellent.
bubbles.
So I mean, I can give one to everybody except for Catastrophe and myself, if everybody would
Catastrophe.
like one.
Sends one your
And-
way.
Aww.
Aww.
Get out there, kick some ass.
Just like put a hand on her mouth.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Yell when the bridge goes glowy.
All right, so everybody got their own bardic inspiration for now.
Awesome.
Love
Everybody's
it.
got one
And-
of those. Yours is a D8 currently, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Catastrophes is still only a D6, so just so you're aware.
You're stronger than her. Or you're more bardy than her.
It is-
You're Bardy.
I don't want to say stronger because I'm pretty sure that
All right.
a bit
So
No,
now
no.
I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll Valen's.
I don't like this.
This can go away for the moment. Okay, there we go.
Ham.
Initiative for you,
Did it roll that?
and
my
I need
initiative
one
not
for
rolling? Oh,
catastrophe.
there it is.
Come on, Whistle.
Hey,
Hey,
actually,
19.
Oh, catastrophe's going real slow.
We all are a little, except
A
for
little
myself.
bit.
So all of you wait by the
And Will.
bridge, preparing for whatever might happen. Your opponents are going to be rolling each turn to see if they notice you yet, with that static 17 still being the required to notice you. The ones on the
18.
front, 18. The second roll was a 17. The first one was an 18. Averages.
Yeah,
I thought the second one was a 17, but got bumped up to an 18.
Yeah.
That was the first
That
one.
was the first one.
Okay.
oh, and then the second one was 17.
Let me just
Yeah.
double check. So it was 23 plus 20 plus 24 plus 13 average. That is 17.5. I'll round it up again. It's an 18. You're right.
Again.
love it.
For the first time.
That was the second
For the
time.
first time in forever.
Last time I had
So-
to use
Oh,
Sorry.
God.
I
inspiration.
Stop singing.
No, you're gonna get that stuck in my head.
Oof.
Damn it! Now it's already in there.
Who are those 3?
Okay. It was disadvantage on the second
Fuckers.
group because they're too far across the bridge. So
Oh, okay.
they actually got lower. Nobody's going to notice you in the first round. All of you are still kind of staying hidden at the moment. I'm going to have Ness and Thul please give me a new stealth roll against the Nerzagon, against the Hell Knight, because he's going to be looking out for you as he travels. And he has a
Oh no.
+7 to his roll. So, well, I didn't need to do that with a disadvantage.
Either way,
9 + 7 is a 16. He's gonna notice Thulmaris. So
That's okay.
You
that's
and
okay
you and
because
Ness are
he's
traveling.
far. Well, Marius is far away
Yeah,
from me, not near me at all.
yeah. You guys
As
split
per
up a
plan.
little bit and went. Yeah, you're further away from each other.
Not a little
Thulmaris,
bit, like half the distance.
You turn down an alleyway heading to the main thoroughfare where this thing is just kind of marching parade style towards the high hall. And as you come around the corner, you see him about 80 feet away, just stop on the back of his massive, dark-skinned, nose is flaming, glowing-eyed steed as he just kind of turns and think, like looks at you down the alleyway, and then he just points his sword at you.
So, how, over like 30 feet away, Thulmaris,
Yeah.
when we split. Okay. That's,
Listen, I'm just gonna wave.
as long as Tyson understands the plan, because it doesn't sound like he does.
Well, listen, plan never survives first contact. So, is it coming after me?
Nope.
So it has noticed you. It has pointed its weapon at you, and it's currently just staring. It seems to be appraising what's happening.
Just get its attention.
Oh, then I'm gonna
more,
take
I
out the
guess?
arbalest and just bing.
Make an attack roll.
If he's not gonna, if he's just gonna stand there like an idiot.
Yeah,
I don't
just
want
gonna
to.
walk off a cliff.
18.
The bullet just bounces off his armor.
Cool. Second attack.
Yeah, this is great. It's a good idea.
23.
What could go wrong?
But that one hits.
Wow.
What's everyone's new character idea going to be?
I mean, it's fine. Basically, all it did was just make it so I don't need to do anything.
8.
Okay, he takes some damage.
As long as he starts running towards Thulmaris, then fine.
That's honestly the
Yeah.
plan at this point.
Yeah.
So I just have to check one thing on this real quick. I'm doing a lot of
boy.
reading. I'm sorry.
I know. That's
You're
why
fine.
I'm worried you didn't understand that we were really far apart from each other
You
and
are.
Death Knight.
You are far apart.
The
Yes.
Death Knight was so far away from Thulmaris
He was 80
that
feet.
he would have to. No. Only 80 feet? This is the tiniest city in the world.
It's not the tiniest. This is when Thulmaris came around the corner. He rolled a 1 on his stealth check. He got
I'm accepting.
into
I'm accepting the
view-
consequences.
He got
by
into
rolling a one.
view of this thing before it had the chance for you to move yourselves into an advantageous position. It was a surprise situation for Thulmaris. He wasn't where you guys thought the thing was supposed to be at. Which
You just
now,
like walked into open and.
Yeah, I just like.
Yeah.
Just like,
Doom-de-doo.
here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's the plan. Oh shit! I'm in the middle of the street. Fuck.
Mhm. So it
Hey,
turns,
buddy.
and you see it
Oh,
like
hi.
lower its helmet, its visor just clicks down, and it proceeds
Oh,
to
boy.
start charging in your direction. Moves rather quickly on horseback.
I know.
Who would have thought?
Okay.
Would you mind putting like our pieces out to where we are?
Sure, I'll do the actual map for that. Hold on. So we're gonna go like this. We need to remove these pointers. I'm gonna put you as the circle, sweetheart, and you're going to be a square.
I don't know what you're
Thulmaris.
talking. Oh, I'm a 5. If that is 5 feet, it is encompassing
not-
8 houses.
It's not actually 5 feet.
8.
And I'm going to use this guy here as the enemy because he is.
You're so fat you go around the house.
You know what?
Right?
I'll just
It
give
just-
you know what? It's easier if I just use your actual character icons. That makes me feel better about it. So you would come around the corner, and this guy happened to be near in that area where he could see you, and that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ness, you are going
How did
to
we get there?
because you had been right here, and you went this
No, we
direction.
hadn't. We were like right here.
No, that was the.
I love how there's just buttons happening.
Okay, so
Right?
when you first left, you went to here.
Yeah.
The second thing you did was
Yeah.
make it to this point right here, and then you went this
What?
way
Why? Why did we go to there?
because that's so you could
see,
see
the
the
bridge
bridge.
is- Yeah, we weren't next to the bridge.
I did not know we were next to the bridge. I'm sorry, y'all. I had thought we were making the plan way far away from the bridge when we were
Oh.
discussing how to see whether or not the bridge was a thing or not.
Now
I
you
just
had to
got
get
lost.
closer. So we went from here, and your allies now are at this point in the bridge. They've moved down there, while you two headed back towards the main drag in an attempt to get this thing's attention and draw it back. That made it.
I
so
didn't
that-
head that way. I headed. Okay, it's fine. Just continue.
Okay.
I'm gonna like signal
It is
to you,
fine.
Ness, to like just circle around as I start just booking it.
I'm gonna get. When I circle around, if I get behind it and I get its attention, it'll turn the wrong way.
No, circle around to our friends.
I don't know where they are.
There, right.
So they're by
I'm
the bridge.
assuming they're
Basically-
hiding in a building.
Right, but he's just saying like, don't engage the Death Knight. Go to our friends. Be ready down there. He's just gonna take the heat of this because I rolled a 1, so that's what we are.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
First contact. No plan ever survives.
It's
You
true.
said that. It's not that. I'm just. Tyson was reading through a lot of our discussion, so I'm grumpy about that. Bless you.
It's all right. However,
Oh God.
so
Also, I think I'm
However-
just having a bad day because I want my fantasy to do something good because the world sucks right now. I needed this, you guys. I needed it so bad.
well, you haven't lost or anything yet. It's just the plan is.
I just needed a plan to work, Tyson.
Sorry.
One fucking plan.
All right,
I need one
Amaris.
plan.
It turns and
Yes.
begins charging in your direction. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. I am going to when it is within, I would say 40 feet of me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start moving in a bridgeward direction.
All right, so you could head up
Bridge
north
Terabithia
and then
direction.
through this little
Bridgeward.
alleyway.
Bridge word.
So that would give you enough room. You just rush down the alleyway as it proceeds to continue chasing after you. Ness,
Mhm.
you are still unnoticed at the moment. Thul is drawing it around and in the direction of the bridge. What are you doing at this moment?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to just stand
I
there?
have no. I didn't pick where I was or where I moved, so I don't know where you have me. Am I in a building? Am I just sneaking? Am I in a garbage
You're
can?
sneaking
And
beside...
I mean, we're moving significant steps.
You are in the city streets, hiding in a position where it's not easy to notice you, alongside the edge of a building.
That was so uninformative. Okay, I guess I'll just skirt around going towards the bridge not where my friends are, because I don't want to get seen and get them attention. So
Okay.
just put me wherever you think I should be.
So you are moving closer to the bridge. You move back through some of the city streets and stay out of sight.
Why am I moving back?
Back towards
We haven't
the
been
bridge
here!
and your allies, because you started here. You started.
No, we didn't!
there. Yes.
No, I didn't. We started south in the castle thingy that was sanctified, and
was
then went north.
From before the plan had happened, when you chose to go over and get the knight.
Yeah,
You
we
started
were
from-
already north when the plan happened.
Yeah. I
So we're
guess I
going-
didn't.
But we didn't pass the bridge because we didn't even know there
No.
was a second bridge until the plan.
Yes. You had realized there was a second bridge, so you started.
There's a
heading
southern
towards
bridge.
The southern bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you had been traveling
aware of
across
this.
the city for a little while, getting closer and closer to it because you wanted a view of the bridge. So then, to get the view of the bridge, you had to actually go down the path somewhere
I never
to get to
wanted to
that
do the
point.
bridge. I said other people should look for the bridge. Okay,
And they did.
I'm good. Wherever I am,
Okay.
We
there
did.
I am. There we go.
Losing sight of the enemy of the Hell Knight, Thul, you come around the corner and recognize that you're kind of waiting for it to chase you. And you turn back and look down the alleyway, and it is not there.
How do you lose a giant death knight?
And we'll like turn around the corner.
You turn around the corner, and you don't see it. Give me a perception check.
Son of a
Did
bitch.
I see where it went? How is this happening?
You can do a perception check as well.
If it
Feels
pops
like
on
a
top of me,
predetermined Tyson thing.
I'm gonna just.
You're just gonna hear on the back of your neck.
9.
Exactly.
You do not currently see it. But if you would please, Ness, give me a roll.
You got this.
He's
You
right
got this.
behind me, isn't he?
He's right behind me.
So you go running and you look over. You see Thulmaris
I am
running.
not running anywhere.
You're walking.
Why am I running?
Are you walking back to the bridge? Or
Why
to
am
the
I
bridge?
going anywhere?
Do you want to
I
not
was
be
against
with?
a wall
Are you?
in an alley.
Are you looking at not going back to your friends? Is that what you're saying?
Correct, because
Okay.
I said I didn't want to go to there because I didn't want him to see me and follow me to get my friends.
Okay. Well, the friends are on the bridge. You're bringing the thing to.
Originally, you're bringing us to our friends.
They're supposed to be not on the bridge because there's demons on the bridge. They were supposed to be with Valen, like
We're
in a
around
building
the
or a house
bridge.
obscured.
Yeah, we're near the bridge.
They are
Bridge
yes.
here, we're here. You're coming to bridge because we need, once you guys get close to the bridge, we have to get onto the bridge.
Yes, they are hiding within view of the bridge.
Yes.
So
I didn't think you guys were going to be on the bridge at all. I thought that the guys
No,
would
we're
be
not.
on the bridge. Okay, then why I will
Time
not
out.
be going
So-
to them.
Okay. So where are you planning to head?
All right.
I was just going to try to like stay hidden so that I could keep an eye on Thomaris
Okay.
in case things went weird.
So you
Because
are.
I don't
And
want
they
to go
already
to
are.
my friends in case there's a Death Knight who sees me and then knows now where my friends are waiting.
Okay. So
I don't
you're-
want that.
You're hiding still beside the building, and you're looking over, and you see Thulmaris moving out and trying to draw this thing towards the bridge. He turns and looks down the alleyway and is like looking for the Hell Knight. When you notice a flaming steed flying over the tops of the buildings, as it seems like he's able
It can
to
fly.
on the back of that thing, and it's coming down from above
Oh
him.
shit!
Oh. Well,
You know,
didn't know that.
I feel like we rolled before on these Death Knights. Some successful rolls. Why didn't we know that they could
Did
fly?
we? I don't remember.
He
We
hasn't
did
been
when we talked about them before. You were in a closet crying, I think, at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
One less kill slot I have to
So-
worry about now.
So you do happen to see it before it gets into a position where it can attack Thulmaris, but Thulmaris is not aware that it's about to hit him from above. What do you do with that information?
How
Any
many
closest?
feet away from the bridge am I presently?
200 feet.
Okay. 200 feet.
Yes.
Maybe he'll let you pet the pony.
Such a pretty horsey. Good horsey.
Okay, so oopable. I don't know what I can do at 200 feet.
Tell me to look the fuck up.
If I do that, then I will no longer be stealthed.
But at least you're 200 feet away. He's 30 feet on top of me.
I'm 200 feet away from the bridge. I'm probably up its ass, knowing what Tyson keeps putting me in places. How far away am I from the ground part of where the horse would be? And how high up is it?
You're 35 feet from where it's directly beneath it, and it's about 15 feet, 20 feet up in the air right now as it's diving down.
Clippity clap, clippity clap.
There's no clippity clop on the air Brian.
That's true. I
It's
thought it
what-
was on the roof. Like, yeah.
It's up above you, nerd.
And Ness just yells, "It's up above you, nerd." Thilmaris, you turn just in time to see this thing coming down at you instead of up. Which means that it doesn't get an advantage attack.
Advantage.
On you. Yeah.
Thanks. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss. Please miss.
Hold on a second. He's too big. Ugh.
What do you mean he's too big?
He's too big for me to drop this onto you.
You don't have to drop anything onto me.
That would be a hit.
Oh god.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's some. Oh my god.
As you take
We're just
38
gonna-
damage from his Hellfire Lance.
Can I like?
We're just gonna see your dragon just like fade away, right? We're gonna be like, that's not a good sign.
Probably exactly what's gonna happen.
And that would be his turn.
So on
Wait, love that.
on
for both of
silvery. Never mind.
Go. What were you gonna do? Sorry.
I was just gonna ask
Silvery
if like
barbs?
silvery barbs was a thing, or that I could like shoot it with something, or there was like a bomb, or like I don't know. This
There's a
seems-
bomb.
I would love
The
a bomb.
holy hand grenade of Anchornaut.
Antioch, yes,
You
please.
can
Of
I will count
absolutely.
to 3.
You can absolutely
Um,
use silvery barbs if you want to try to do that.
I can't think of what it does. It's like one reaction which you take when a
use a
creature you can see
reaction.
within 60 feet of yourself succeeds an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving roll. So
Yeah.
I would take a reaction, but I haven't used any actions. So what's the point of doing that? I could just do a reaction.
Well, you would use a
I know
reaction.
my turn.
You would use a reaction that doesn't use any other actions of yours, other than just making it so you can't do like opportunity attacks. The reaction would then force him to re-roll and possibly miss.
Miss.
All right, let's try that. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, he got a
Plus
12.
10.
Yeah. So
You never
Probably
know.
Yeah, back.
He has to roll.
You never know.
and I
He has-
can't like
Ugh,
shoot him.
six.
Like can't just.
You can attack
Shoot him.
after the fact, but this would be a reaction just to have something that happens instantaneously. When it's your turn, you can make an attack roll, or after he's made
Ow.
his attack. Okay. He gets a 20. He still hits.
Versus.
But I'm
Eh.
gonna re-roll the damage.
It was lower.
It was lower. Oh, and the damage is not as
Hey.
bad.
Not as bad.
Much better.
Oh,
Now you have given you get to give advantage to a person, either yourself or Thul, in this situation because of silvery barbs.
Phil Morris, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
I would laugh if you said myself. I would have just been.
Oh.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been upset because I'm like, oh, there's not really anything I could do.
So the attack swing.
This is like where I'm at with it. I'm like, I just want to run off of the bridge into the river Styx.
So
Maybe he'll follow
Thulmaris, your turn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Continue sprinting
Mm-hmm.
away, or
I mean, disengage.
On me,
yeah,
right?
unless you disengage.
Can you bonus action disengage?
I can't bonus action disengage.
It's not a rogue anymore.
Run against
That's
the bridge.
right.
Go over the
Yeah.
bridge.
I am. Gods have mercy on my soul.
Misty step, just Misty step on the bridge and go, ah! And then have him come, and then hopefully Valen and people are actually paying attention, looking, or
And
being
then all-
posted up where they're supposed to be.
And all the other devils will be like, oh, step.
So that would be why you would hope that Valen and the others are within the view of being able to say the thing so that they also would be dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see, because I might have something for this
Ooh!
situation.
We like that.
That would be good. Because
Yeah.
it is a situation.
I am definitely in a situation sort of place. Yeah.
In a situation, sort of situation.
Yeah.
We need to get a map that is scaled.
More mappier.
Yeah,
More
Yeah.
mappier.
it would have helped me.
Well, I didn't have one prepared for a random fight and flee through the city streets, unfortunately.
we
I
just
don't
decided
know.
to do this.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You didn't realize we were gonna challenge a death knight? Come on, Ty.
Oh, I
I
mean,
mean, you literally told us to, but it's fine. Also, I'm sure more of the people have fought in the streets of El Terrell,
Lots of people fought.
and there's a map somewhere.
Okay, simple. Bonus action. I'm going to cast Jump on myself.
Okay.
Don't jump on
Ooh.
yourself. That would be difficult.
Standard action, disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to go 45 feet
Mm-hmm.
and then jump another 30 feet.
So this section.
But you're like 200 feet away.
This section of the actual walkway that I've put the arrow on is a downhill incline heading towards the bridge some 40 feet below. If you leap out over it, you can up to double your jump distance. Does jump allow you to avoid fall damage?
No.
I don't think so. No.
That is just a decent question to ask.
I don't believe it does.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so either.
No, I think because Featherfall would stop it from hurting.
Correct.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it'll apply as normal. But I would much rather try to survive fall damage than
Yeah.
try to
I think the
survive
fall
another
damage is
hit
going to
from this
be not
fucker.
nearly as painful. Yeah.
You're hedging your bets.
Yeah, I'll hedge that bet.
All right, give me an athletics check as you launch yourself in the direction of the bridge, going quite a distance down as you do so.
Cool. Love that for the both
What?
of us.
DC is going to be
Push to death.
17.
Oh my lords.
Didn't we have some group inspiration?
You did have two
Push the Death Knight
inspirations.
off the horse. Jump on the horse.
I'll spend the last
Take
one. I'll
the
spend the
horse.
last inspiration.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
hopefully I
profit.
can just get within shouting distance.
If you can get within 60 feet of me, I can cast Featherfall.
Oh, I would be
You
within
would be,
your...
yeah. You see him falling through the air in your direction towards the bridge, and then
Is that
is
a
the reaction?
Thalmaris? Is that a Thalmaris?
Just Air Jordan.
yeah. So Thalmaris has made it to the bridge effectively. Ness, it is
The
your
plan changed.
Doesn't it always?
Please tell me the thing
The
is following
bastard
me.
can fly.
turn. It currently seems to be following after you. Yes. Ness.
Oh, but if you feather fall Thalmaris, doesn't that mean it can catch up to you while he's flying?
possibly.
It can just hit you while you're feather falling.
Well, let's see.
I'll
Just
fall
gotta
by
get
60
right
feet
on
a
the
second.
ground.
Or 60 feet around.
Yeah.
Am I up 60 feet? How high up am I?
I thought feather fall slowed
60
your
feet.
descent.
Yeah,
speed.
60 feet around. So your descent speed's 500 foot per round. That's the normal descent. If
Damn.
you're falling.
Oh.
If you're
Yeah.
falling, you can fall
Wait,
up to 500
what?
feet in one round. Yeah.
Yeah, feather fall is 60 feet per second. I'm just thinking if he, yeah.
So you have made it. Well, it's 10 feet per second. So it's 60 feet per round. 6 seconds.
Per round,
Right.
sorry. Yeah,
So
oh,
you
yeah.
you just and you hit the ground a little hard, but not enough to cause any real damage. You find yourself on the bridge, and there are now devils there that just kind of like turn and look at you.
10-point landing.
Hi.
Ness sneaks closer to the bridge, still remaining out of sight. Was there anything else you want to do, Ness?
No.
Okay. The
Oh, I had
Nerzagon,
advantage.
the Hell Knight, dives down in your direction, and we'll go ahead and go to the bridge map to show where he is at.
Oh, jeez. I'm sweating, y'all.
If only I had the app right in front of me. I do. Okay, here we are.
Torm's
I thought
Blade
we
Bridge,
all
right?
thought
Yeah,
like
it's
this
the
was going to
Torm's
be
Blade.
smooth sailing.
Right?
Listen.
Smooth,
Something
easy.
quick, easy.
I never thought it would be smooth, quick, or easy. I
Simple
just
plan.
completely had different locations of
I
where
feel like
we
we're
were
doing
and our physical
fine.
abilities.
We're not doing. Yeah, we're
fine.
not doing bad. We're doing okay.
No.
Am I in the
Yeah.
middle of the bridge?
No,
No.
you have landed. Let me see. We're looking
Oh.
at 45. Where you landed there. You have landed right here.
Cool.
And the Nerzagon can
Oh.
fly after you, but he can only get
Oh.
to. So he's right in the air up here above the bridge a little ways by about 15
Does
feet up.
does his presence freak out the other dudes?
The other ones, after seeing you like launch in, they turn and they look at you. You see hissing and everything, and then as he approaches, you see them all like hit the ground, like they're bowing in fealty.
Oh, great. That's That's all I needed.
All right, we are now in actual initiative with everybody involved, so we're gonna go up to the top, and the first one to go here is Wistel. And Ness,
Oh,
you
goody.
on the map. Let me make sure you're on this other map too. You're up here, just a little ways, up on the actual cliff edge that winds down. If you
Up
can
above the world.
see where you're at on this other map,
Uh,
are you able to see yourself?
Are you asking me or are you asking?
I'm asking Ness. Are you able to see yourself on the
Oh,
Torm's
okay.
Blade bridge map?
Wait, why are you asking me? It's not my turn.
I know. I just want to make sure you can actually see where you're.
He's making
at
sure
by
you're on the
comparison
map.
for this particular map. You're in the dark area around the outside of it.
Yeah.
I cannot
yeah.
see. Oh, I'm way off the map, but I'm on the map.
Okay, but you can't.
I'm
see
off
that.
the graphic of
Yeah,
the map,
you're
but
off-
on the map.
Yes, exactly. That's what I needed. Okay, Wistel, what do you do?
Oh, fuck. I'm assuming Tamaris is going to run towards the center of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. Hold on. That's the how far am I away? Hold on. I need my pointer. I need my
I need my
measurement
ruler.
tool. Yeah, where the fuck is it drawing?
This is a special tool.
So you're about 50 feet
Okay.
from the
Oh, okay. So bonus action, I'm gonna sprout my wings.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move 30 feet closer. Just a normal move. And then I'm going to cast this. What's the radius of this?
Which spell?
No, I'm trying to think. Is that going to make sense? Because it's only going to mean he's only going to walk, and the fucker can fly, and the other thing. And everyone else has to walk through it too. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move closer, and then I'm going to. This says
Please.
specifically.
Let
That's
the
not a
bridge
humanoid.
Kill the horse.
Hold on.
Even
There's-
if it doesn't kill the knight.
Lots of things
horse.
changed all of a sudden, Ty. 1 second.
It's all
right. Oh, is this? This is no. I'm not within 30 feet of Thamaris. I would use a bonus action.
You're at 35.
Why is there? Fuck it. I'm just going to. No, I don't, because I don't want to draw aggro. Fuck.
Hold your action.
No, fuck it. Nah. Is this a concentration? Yeah, this is a concentration. I'm going to. I'm within 60 feet of this grouping, correct?
Yes, you are. Of the first grouping.
I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Fairy Fire and those 4 people there. I'll do that. Yeah. So they all got to do. If I cast it, will it trigger the use power? They got to.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within the range is outlined in blue, green, or violet of your choice. Any creature in the area with a spell is cast is outlined in light. If it fails a Dex saving throw, for the duration, objects that affect creatures set
DC
in light.
15.
Okay, so I will grab Fairy Fire. And
Everyone has a basically if it succeeds, everyone has advantage on hitting the fuckers.
And
I'm hoping those low rolls were the Death Knight.
Why do they all? Okay. There's 1 success, 2 successes, 3 successes, 1 failure. The Narsagon failed and is lit up in light. But the
That's
others
funny.
the others did not fail.
So what do you what?
So the Hell
okay.
Knight,
So
the Hell Knight is lit up. Now.
Ah! Okay. That's at least something. Fuck it. It's fine.
Okay, Willamy, you're
Why
up.
did-
So pretty.
Yeah, they all would've got-
I'm going to also kind of do this sneaky thing.
Okay.
And then I think
action.
I think it's time to get some squirrels involved.
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
summon some squirrels.
I'm gonna do conjure animals, and I'm gonna drop them. Let's see, right next to the 2 spiny devils, I think.
Okay. Conjuring animals next to the 2 spiny devils. We're gonna use a different icon for them this time because it's the quickest one for me to grab. We're using him,
That's fair.
and you're putting them next to the 2 spiny devils. Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And when they first arrived, they do damage upon...
Whenever the pack moves within 10 feet of a creature you can see, and whenever a creature you can see enters a space within 10 feet of the pack.
Okay, so, the
So-
first one would be counted as an attack, too.
Yep.
So we're conjuring here on this guy and on this guy. There's a save, 2 saves, unfortunately.
Okay.
Only on failed save do they. These guys have magic resistance,
Yep.
so they're avoiding some of what you're doing, unfortunately.
Which is fair.
Okay,
But it's still distracting.
Vilmaris, you're up now in this scene.
Okay, cool. There's a guy right next to me.
Yeah,
Is he's currently bowing in fealty, so he's not able to attack me,
he's
right?
not able to attack you at the moment, so...
Great. We're just gonna come right over here,
All right, you sprint over.
and I'm going to take the dodge action,
Okay. All
and
right.
just in infernal, I'm
Mhm.
just going to say something pithy and insulting to the no, Marquise's pride.
Marquise has
I'm just
nothing.
gonna-
So you
something
say
insulting.
Something insulting to this devil.
Yeah.
Yes,
Get over here.
your turn.
Wouldn't it, like, shouldn't Valen go at some point?
Valen
I
got a
thought we
really
got three
bad roll.
Yeah,
on
he's the
initiative.
end. Well, very
Yeah, but he
end.
hasn't gone at all.
Yeah.
How isn't this our second round of initiative?
Wait,
No, you
First-
guys
what
had.
you guys were
had
doing were
one
outside of
this.
initiative.
Right. But I thought I used my first initiative. Okay. Okay, so now we're I guess I'll
Now
scroll
we're in
as
it.
far as I can towards the top of the thing.
Okay. So you make your way over towards the map there, and you make your way onto it behind everybody else. Do you want to do anything else?
7:06.
I know.
I will hold my turn
Okay.
for people who are going to kill this thing.
Valen just sprints over to the edge of the bridge. And he's
the
gonna
time,
wait.
our time.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna wait until the Narzagon's a little closer on the bridge first before he does anything.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to wait until he's like really on the bridge.
Actually
Dastardly
lands.
runs closer to everybody there, and begins just battle raging. And that is it for today. We will pick up where we left
Hey.
off when we come back next time to see if this combat
I
goes.
didn't mean that to like hold it. I just want to see some shit blow up.
That's it. We're here. We're
We're
at
at the
so,
time.
We'll
Yeah.
have to see what happens next time when we play. Can you defeat the Narzagon, or will this turn into a TPK? We'll see. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So
you know, I wouldn't know.
So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We will see you all next time here. Same great channel, same great place. And yeah, if you want to just say your farewells. Willamie?
Thank y'all for being here. Wilmy is really enjoying being back with her bestie, and lots of fun. Come back and see us when we either take on the Hell Knight or the Hell Knight takes us.
Just drop
Or we
you all
roll
in the
new
river below.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
We're all
yeah.
just a bunch of LTRL survivors now.
Yeah.
See who we play
For watching-
next week.
Why
only
the
got
fuck would they take
one
on a Hell
piece.
Knight?
I got one piece of my history. One. I need not ready.
You need more time. Wistel, say your farewells.
Bye.
There you go.
Yep. Okay.
Might be the
How
last
do you feel
time
about
they
being
ever
green?
see you, so you know.
Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. No, this is fun. I'm green now. This is gonna be exciting. Wistel is yet again another new person. So this is just be good. And who knows what's gonna happen next week?
You know
or
what's
next time?
What's funny is that Marquise also considered adding cleric on at some point, possibly,
Mhm.
and then you jumped that position in front of Thilmaris. So we don't
Ha!
know.
I have Healy things now.
I mean, I have Healing Word
Marquise,
and Goodberry.
Yeah.
your turn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marquise. And you know, we're here. Same bat channel, same bat shenanigans. I would like to live. I hope the horse dies immediately upon the bridge activating, because then the Narsicon can't fly.
Nightmares are the
True.
worst.
Nightmares.
And
can
then it
fly.
could just stay there and just die.
Like, are we all seeing that the nightmare's not on the bridge?
Yeah.
It's still
He's-
attached to
he's-
the
it's
Nerzigon
almost
right
there.
now, so I'll
Yeah.
take that off if they get separated and use him as a token. That's why I have it off to the side.
Oh, it's to the side. Okay. I was just waiting for you to like not tell us that, and then
Suddenly,
it wasn't
a
there the whole
horde
time. It
of
was just
Xander has so
floating.
many trust issues. What have you been doing in your games, Ty, that aren't streamed?
This is the only game I play.
currently this is
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Before this.
Yeah.
You know,
All the other
so
games.
many of those things.
The trust in me is narrow right now. And Shannon, what's your goodbye?
My goodbye. We're still here. Yay! Nothing goes according to plan. The world is shit, and so is our fantasy. But maybe we can save the fantasy.
True.
Mhm.
That's all we can really hope for. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you all next time.
I shouldn't have gone last. That was-
Bye.